Yes, and welcome back to Normski TV and the What's Going On podcast. Like to welcome everybody on this stream. It's been a mad week, and not a very good week either. Blaggers FC is in town. Yeah, couldn't get over the hurdle. But it is what it is. We're going to be talking all things football. First, say please hit the like button, subscribe and share if you're new. And thank you for those that have subscribed in the past week or so. On the way to 300. Hopefully we can hit this before the summer. But listen, thank you to the community. Thank you for supporting us on this channel. We want to build this together. There's a lot to discuss. This last week has been a pretty tumultuous week for one club in particular. But if you want to call it that, I don't know. But anyway, look, I'm going to add Big D. I hope to have Chili on. Kofi can't make it tonight due to other commitments. But listen, we still go. We still have a show to do. And so we are going to run it. So at this point, I'm going to invite Mr. Big D on. What you say, brother?
Yeah, man. What's good, Norman? What's good, bro?
What's good? You asked me what's good.
Well, we had the week off, so we weren't terrorized this week. It was a blank game week for us, so there was no terrorism. Literally.
Well, listen, I think we've taken that mantle. I think we've taken that mantle. But let's first of all, let me ask you how you're doing. I know we bumped into each other at the weekend.
Yes, mate. A great weekend.
Great
weekend.
And you bumped into Mr. Kofi Klopp as well.
Yes, in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? It was like, man, like Kofi Klopp in the flesh. Yeah. So, a great weekend down in Kent. And, I think it was what the doctor ordered after a couple of stressful weeks of some fabulous stuff and all the rest of it. So, it was good to just come down and put the old tuxedo, eat some food, do 2 or 3 two-steps.
Yeah, pull a muscle. Yeah, but I'm still in pain, mate.
Oh, mate.
But it is what it is. But yeah, man, it's good to see you in the flesh as well, D. I mean,
man,
it's been a long time coming still.
Likewise,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, likewise, Norms. Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? But yeah, well, listen, I don't know if I can say. Well, listen, apart from the weekend, that was good. But then Monday night happened. We will go into that in a bit. Welcome to the show, Geezer. Yep, there you go. Geezer gutted, mate. All gone wrong. Hello, chaps. Hello, Geezer. How you doing, mate? Welcome to the chat. Listen, let me first of all just share what we are going to be speaking about this evening. You would have got the schedule, D. And that's obviously the Premier League and FA Cup final review. I've got this other one here, which is Arsenal have just invested money in a bottle factory. Yeah, believe it or not. Yeah, they're the bottle factory and looking to make a good return in the future. And I'll say that for a reason. Yeah. Ten Hag clocks in early to start work at Man U as he realizes he has a lot of work to be done at this club. I think you would agree with that, D. And number 4, can Spurs push on in the Champions League with this coach and current team? And number 5, Everton, Leeds, or Burnley? Who goes down? Those are the questions. Put it in the chat what you think. Who is going down out of those 3? And we are going to be looking at the Premier League fixtures and just see how everybody sort of panned out over the weekend. As I said, the story for us, I want to wait until Chile comes on before we start discussing the North London derby. To me, it was one-sided. We didn't turn up, and obviously I was not impressed with what I saw. And Geezer, listen, mate, we had a conversation. You rang me up the day, and I think you're changing your mind on Arteta. Mate, if you want to confess, confession is good for the soul, as they say. Put it in the chat, mate. Have you had enough of Arteta? Is this guy the man to take us further forward? I don't think so. You cannot as a novice managing a club of this size. We've got inexperience from top to bottom. The players are inexperienced. Yes, Latoya, how you doing? Welcome.
Hey, Latoya.
Yeah, Latoya had a message for Mr. David Tuchel, who's he may come on tonight. It depends on the time if he's just come back from football. But I did send him a personal message from Latoya to say congratulations on you not winning anything. So yeah, Latoya, welcome to the chat. But yeah, D, I don't really want to sort of touch on the North London, because obviously I just kind of want to get Chili's thoughts on the game as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's fine.
Mate, he did. I'll tell you what, watching that game and not hearing my phone ring until at the end, it was put me through torture. I thought, just ring me, Chili, just ring me. What's you know what I mean? I was pleading for the phone to ring and the man would not ring me. And then when the game, the whistle goes, the phone goes off. Hello? Norman, are you there, Norman?
Yeah.
I said, are you there, Norman? Of course I'm there, mate. I ain't running from anything.
And that's the thing, you know, it is what it is when it comes to, you know what I mean? You have high expectations. And how I looked at it as well, where there was so much in your favor with the game in hands, but you know the game in hands do not equivalent to points. But you know, if you was a betting man, you would have said, "Listen, man, Arsenal in the driving seat here."
Yeah,
and then we're coming to the last game of the season. You think, "Wow, what did he do here?"
To be, you know, 4 points with 2 games or 3 games to go, and now we're 2 points behind Tottenham. You know, at one stage, when Tottenham were lying around about 6th, 7th, 8th, and we were sitting in 4th with a game in hand, that would have been a Chelsea game. We were 6 points clear.
Yeah,
I just don't get it.
He's literally pulled an Ollie. You know, when we got to the Europa Cup, and Ollie sat on his hands for over 100 minutes of football, and then made
I remember that.
And we're all sitting there going, "Make a sub." This bare players dead on their feet, and we're trying to win a single trophy just to get them a mentality, this team a mentality of winning things, and he bottled it. And you're saying Arteta there now, and you're saying, bro,
he's Ollie Mark II, mate. This guy is Ollie Mark II. And listen, Ollie's probably got more experience than Arteta, right? Because Ollie has managed. He managed
10, 12 years, Norman, 12 years, between Cardiff. And the team back in
Norway. Yeah.
He's had 10 or 12 years of coaching experience.
Yeah.
But albeit he got Cardiff relegated, he was still the head coach. You know what I'm saying? Still brought in something like 11 players in that time before they got relegated. So and then he's gone to, you know, Mulder, you know, obviously.
Yeah, that's right.
Very much a farmers league. So you kind of but he's still coaching though. It's not like he's just come in, you know, off the back of Pep, you know, Pep 2.0 and all the banter that we were getting.
I mean, like, does you know, you look at Ollie and you look at Arteta, and do you see parallels in terms of the way they have been introduced to the club or hired by the club, and then the whole thing of yes, all right, Ollie's got experience. Yeah. But he was managing Cardiff. He got them relegated, and he was managing the club in the Farmers League.
Now, it wasn't a CV to come to a big club. Yeah, and I said this. Even we spoke about Arteta. I'm saying just because you sat under Pep, that doesn't make you Pep 2.0. You know what I mean? Because the whole man management now, Pep seems to have done a fairly good job up to, I would say, this season with man management. Because a couple of players that were leaving, one of them he found out about in the press conference, and he was like, "What? He's leaving?" He said, "Yeah, we interviewed him. He said this is his last season." He said, "I did not know that." So that tells you there's a breakdown in certain players now as the years have gone by. Yes, Jay, big up yourself, man. Thank you for a great weekend, by the way. Excellent stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's what you should have a conversation with her then.
I should have betted her up now, but you know what? It was you guys' time to shine along with our brethren, so I had to leave her be, man. Let her enjoy her night.
Let her enjoy it. Yeah. But I remember when she was going up to pick up the plaque, She was celebrating Liverpool winning, and the guy saying, "Oh, you take this thing serious?"
Right. Yeah. You have to say to her, young lady, please.
Young lady. This is a serious point now.
Right.
But it is what it is, mate.
Yeah, and so you look at these appointments, and you say to yourself, they are diminishing the club with these appointments, and whether it's the money thing, because you remember with Ollie, half of that first team squad was on more money than him. That has to be a no-no. You bring in a Conte, you're not paying nobody more than Conte. You're not paying nobody more than Klopp, Pep, Tuchel. You're just not. So the mere fact there was players on there, even with this Rangnick thing, Rangnick was coming in just to really see what was what. I never really, in a million years, thought that Rangnick could get us top form because he hasn't coached in a while. He's an upstairs man, but he came to assess that squad, and I reckon he's got a proper booklet. You know what I mean? That he's going to hand over, whether Ten Hag wants it or not. But he's literally broke the squad down to say, if you want to do anything in this league, this is what you got rid of. This is what you can keep, and this is what you need to reach to buy straight away. He needs to buy a spine straight away. So I look at the Arsenal and I just say, no, being behind Pep, it doesn't give you. That's not a license to get a big club. I'm sorry. He should have gone into League One and managed the Nottingham Forest or something like that, and then made his way up to an Arsenal.
And that manager from Nottingham Forest, so congratulations Nottingham Forest getting into the finals. I watched the penalty thingy last night between Sheffield United and the goalkeeper Samba.
Samba,
but he was playing some mind games.
Yeah.
But listen, you know what I mean. And listen, I really do hope that. Yes, big up, Mr. Craig. Always
Craig,
in the
big
chat.
up yourself, man.
Yeah. You seem to be slacking, Craig, though. You're normally in first, bro. Mr. Geezer's beating you there, bro. Listen, big up, man.
Yeah.
And wow, we got some talking to do about Arsenal, mate. This Forteta, that's what I'm calling him, Forteta. Yeah, this fan base that we've got here, they want to accept is mediocrity. Yeah. Arsenal, I said, Arsenal's like a timeshare, D. You know what timeshares are, yeah? Yeah. You think you're buying what you're getting, and you ain't getting what you're getting.
You're not getting what you're getting, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's what Arsenal are. They are Blaggers FC. Yeah, they blagged it. They
was a cheap option, Norman. The cheap option. But this is the thing, right? A section or a percentage of the United fans felt that they labelled Ollie with the legend thing, right?
Yeah.
Title. So they were like, "Oh, we're getting a legend to come back and manage the club." For me, he wasn't a legend. He was a good player. You know, in basketball, you have all stars and then you have superstars.
Yeah.
And so there's 30 all stars, but there's only like 4 superstars in the league. And so you look at that and you say, Ollie was a legend. No, he wasn't. Do you consider Arteta a legend for what he did as a footballer?
Mate, legend. Are you having a laugh? The only legend he's probably he should have managed Everton because he was a legend there.
Right.
Yeah, or Rangers.
So you look at that and say you didn't even put a so-called legend in charge of your club. You just put a bang average footballer and gave him that big club. Yeah. And so you look at it and say,
he's a yes man, D. He's a yes man, yeah.
Right.
And that's what the Cronkies want. Yeah, because he's a guy that is going to save. Yeah, he's going to save you money on wages. Yeah. They asked him in his last post-match, his press conference leading up to our last game, like, why didn't you buy in January? And basically, the long and short of it is, look, you've had 150 million. You spent 150 million, right? This is what they might as well said. Just say as it is. 150 million is being spent, and at the end of the day, you ain't going to get no more money. So you're going to have to, and not only that, he's obviously cut the wage bill as well. So part of that is he's cut off our nose or his nose or the club's nose to spite their faces, because right now we're lacking with strikers, Lacazette, Lacazette, Eddie Nketiah. All right, yes, he's come good in a couple of games, but he's not the guy to take us to the Holy Grail. It's as simple as that, yeah? So he's all about saving money for the club, and he's just like an Arsene Wenger too, yeah? And he will lie, for the club and sell us, just give us all this propaganda, and that's what it's like. It's like listening to Putin. like just propaganda after propaganda and dropping shirts and whatnot, and they sell more shirts than hot pies. You know what I mean? It's just it's ridiculous.
And it is so reflective of what we were doing at Man United under Ollie. And so he would never come out and say anything that people would question. Yes, Kay, good to see you. Yeah. And so I look at it and say, one is protected. He's protected by the players because the players know that Ollie's not going to put them under any pressure to actually perform. It's Junior. So a lot of players, I think I said to you before, a lot of players, people like your Luke Shaws and your Rashfords and your Brunos, they were sulking when Ollie got fired because he was their mate. How dare you fire my mate? I could come to work and do pretty much what I wanted and walk away with 200 grand plus a week. Even when I play bad, he's not going to pull me. How many games did I say to you? I'm watching it, say he's got to make some subs. Got to get Rashford out of there. Got to get Bruno out of there. They played the full 90 minutes. And he'll pull then a Mason Greenwood, who was probably the only goal threat throughout the game. That's the one he's sub off. And so when he's gone and someone comes in and says, well, you're no longer a favourite. You're no longer going to do what you want. You're going to actually play midfield and help the midfield out. Because I think we've got the weakest midfield in the top 6, which is shocking. The weakest. Even weaker than yours, Noms. I'm telling you.
Well, okay, if you're talking, obviously, because you got Partey. Partey's in there, yeah. So hold on, let me just bring in Chile here, mate, if I must.
Champions League, you're having a laugh.
Yo, you better behave yourself, yeah? Yeah? Cut out that funny. Champions League, you're having a laugh, yeah? Just calm your skin. Well, I'm going to bring you back in and calm down. Calm it down. Yeah?
You're having a laugh.
Well, guys, you may have guessed Chile's in the building, wearing his Tottenham shirt. He's loving everybody.
How did I know you would be repping yours today? How did I know that?
Listen, mate, I'll tell you what, I ain't putting on that shirt. I ain't not putting that shirt on. I said to him, I made up in my mind. You're right. You read my mind, bro. I thought there's no way I'm wearing that shirt. I'm embarrassed by that club. As Craig has said, we showed no fight, no desire, and where was our passion? And we're talking about the Tottenham game, 3-0. We got slapped, yeah. And you called it. You called it, Chile, mate. And at the end of the day, I've got to come on here and face the rough, face the smoke, as it were. You know, I mean, I wish I had a smoke. I was planning to have a smoke machine. Yeah, but obviously, I'm not at that level at the moment. I can't afford that yet. So, bro, But listen, we're just talking about Man United and the comparison with Ollie and Arteta and why both clubs have gone for this type of manager. Yes, now Man United are getting in Ten Hag because they've realised that they've just messed up. But we decide that we're going to give Arteta a 3-year deal. And the fact that he came out after when he got signed that deal, and I mentioned it in a couple of streams ago, if it wasn't last week, that he couldn't believe his luck. Let's put it this way: I can't believe, guys, that you've given me a 3-year contract after losing 3 games on the bounce. What club does that?
Us. We did that with Ollie. We did it. That's what I'm saying because I think I ran a joke that like Ollie. I can imagine Ollie at night. He gets home, comes to the bed with Mrs. and said, "Darling, can you believe I managed Man United? This is unbelievable." Gives her a kiss and rolls over and has sweet dreams, mate. Because he knew he didn't deserve that job. And you're watching this thing with Arteta now, and you're saying he must be just chuckling to himself as much as the Arsenal fans want to lynch him because he knows he's got no place managing that club, no place.
Teflon
stripes elsewhere.
Teflon Arteta, mate.
And I watched Chile there chuckling away with his mate Conte, and I think, fucking hell, I hate him, but I love him at the same time. Fair play to you, mate, because it was available and you lot jumped on it,
mate. That's the thing. They jumped on it.
Said to me, who was it? Who is it? Man United fan said to me that they didn't want him, that he wouldn't fit Man United.
Nonsense. It's nonsense. This is the thing, Chile. He would have literally ruffled the feathers of that comfortable board. yeah, because if you look at what Ralph's doing the same thing, really.
Conte's not a yes man. Conte's not a yes man.
And so he would demand certain things from the board. And the board were like, nah, maybe we don't go down the Conte road because, he will make us work for our money. Whatever status they get while being on the board, Conte would have made them earn their money by saying, right, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. And he would have stripped Maguire straight away. It was like, no, you can't have a captain that can't lead, not vocal enough. You need someone that can lead and that is respected in the changing room. So you look at that and I say fair play to Tottenham for bringing in a bit of a gangster that takes no.
Is that true? What Craig's saying there?
Yep, yeah, absolutely true.
Arsenal won 9 points clear, and we have 3 games in hand. 3 games in hand, you know.
Bro, listen. Bottle FC. Listen, what you want to see the schedules that I sent you guys? Yeah. If one of you like to just read the second point or the third point of Arsenal have invested. Who's the company that they've invested in something? I don't know if you want to read it. Do you want to read it, Dee?
Oh, I'm calling you.
Yeah. It says Arsenal have just invested.
That was me. Sorry.
in a bottle factory and looking to make a good future in the returns returns in the future.
Yeah, that's what we are.
Yeah,
bottle jobs.
Yeah, bottle jobs. But then you're now going down that commercial route like us, where we're going to be. You're going to be a successful commercial club, but don't win anything.
Yeah, just see if we can sell. See if we can sell as many shirts as we can. Drop every single merch every time we win, lose, draw. We always drop it.
But why do you want all this money if you're not going to spend it on the team? What are you going to do with all that money? Give it to the shareholders.
Exactly.
Exactly. That is what it is. That's what it is. It's not a football club. It's a business now. Yeah. And the fact that this fan base takes this rubbish and accepts this. You know what I mean? They're saying, oh, well, you know.
No, but Arsenal don't know what you
Arsenal
want.
were 2 years ago. Oh, and then, we check this out. I was saying it to D. Yeah. When Arteta took over, I think we was 5th. Yeah. When he took over. And then we finished 8th. The following year, we finished 8th. This year, we're likely to finish 5th. Right? And there's people saying that is improvement.
Yeah.
Well, is it improvement in the context? In the context, for some people in their eyes, is that, yes, you was 8th and now you're 5th. But the way you look at it, you started off at 5th 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and now you're still at 5th.
Nah.
Where's the improvement?
But then at the beginning of the season, like Shigs and that were telling me Tottenham are dead, and I said I'd be happy with top 6, and I thought that you would be somewhere around. The only reason that we're where we are is because Man United have been so bad this season. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, bad.
Because everyone assumed that Man United was going to be good.
But because of the transfers. Like if you bring in Ronaldo, Varane, and Sancho, in your mind, you're saying you have to finish top 4, bringing them in the summer. Yeah. It wasn't the case. Clearly wasn't the case. So I think a lot of people got on United hype because of who they brought in. But then still forgetting.
Everybody was suing over the car park. Everybody was suing.
Yeah, but you have to remember though, Norman, that Ollie was still at the wheel and Ollie benched Sancho straight away. He never gave him a running game, just benched him.
What was that all about, D?
I don't know, because this is the thing, right? It's like this, the whole thing with Donny. When he benched Donny, it's because he wanted Jack Grealish. Now, we asked for Grealish, they gave him Donny, so we benched Donny. So straight away, you got a good player. Okay, it's not Grealish, but Donny's a decent player. You kill his confidence because you won't give him a run in the team. And then the kid goes on loan. And I'm like, in what world do we, same as Sancho, chase him for 2 years as a right winger
to bench him,
to not play him? Yeah.
What's the point of that? And that just shows you.
It'd be like, do you think City are going to bench Haaland next season?
Wow, that'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? If they did that, that would be just like, I mean, I don't think you chase the strike.
You don't do that. Apart from Tottenham, we spend big money and don't play people. But
and I watched Ollie do that, and then obviously after them heavy losses, the Man City and the Liverpool, and he was still hanging on by a thread to his job. In what world in European football, in mainland Europe, do you get spanked by your biggest rivals twice and keep your job? You know what I'm saying? it took. It was almost like I think we had to go to Leicester or somewhere and lose to Leicester, and then
was it Leicester or was it Watford?
It's both. We lost to Watford. I think 4-1.
4-0.
4-0.
4-1.
Yeah.
4-0 or 4-1.
And then we lost.
I know you had a lot of goals put past you.
Yeah, and then we lost. Then we went to. I always say Filbert Street, but it ain't Filbert Street. That's what I used to play before. I can't remember the Leicester play now.
Who's that?
Leicester.
Oh, they play at what's the ground that Leicester play at?
What's the Leicester play?
Oh my gosh!
It used to be Filbert Street. That was the old stadium.
We were old boys on there.
But we went to that stadium, and got spanked, right? And then you hear the commentator saying, "Do you hear the Leicester fans? The Leicester fans were singing more recent than you,
King Power,
champions of
King Power.
Champions of England, more recent than you." We were getting taunted, and Ollie was still in the job. And I think after they brought attention to that, that was it. He was out of there.
Listen, let's let me get some Arsenal therapy and some Man United therapy. Listen, you're the psychiatrist. I know, because you're the psychiatrist today. You're the psychiatrist. So we're just gonna pour our hearts out to you, bro. Yeah. So let me just check this now. So with two big clubs, Arsenal and Man United.
Going back to the 90s, you were the two biggest in the country.
Yeah.
Right.
By far.
And the problem is that I've got to arc back to those days. Today I was thinking about 2004, and I said, "How I wish we was back there." My gosh, right? How I wish we was back in 2004, Back to the Future, man. Because what I see from this club now, this whole thing is what I don't get with Arsenal is why we on this youth. First of all, it's a process. Then it's a youth project. Then it's something else. They're always throwing some kind of project at you. Arsenal is not a test tube baby. Arsenal is not lab rats, where you are experimenting. You don't bring in a novice manager in Arteta to run a club like that, to now say, well, let's see how this club progresses forward. It's almost like they want to experiment. And they want to get somebody. They want to get somebody in with no experience whatsoever. I hear fans saying, "Oh, give him another year. Give him another year for what? What is he going to do?" Listen, we're going to be up against 6 or 7 elite managers: Conte, Klopp, possibly Ten Hag. Yeah, right. Pep. These are top managers that we. How on earth is Arteta gonna? Even Eddie Howe is better than him. He's got more experience than him.
No,
what's that game? That Newcastle game.
What's the best you finished since Wenger left?
The best we've finished?
Yeah.
Fifth.
Well, since Wenger left, you ain't finished?
Yeah, so Wenger, the last time, when Wenger left, he left us in 5th place.
So that's the last time
because we basically missed out on Champions League.
Right, so what's the last time you qualified for Champions League?
Back then. 2000. Wow. We've got. This is the 4th year now. I think now, if I'm right, put it in the chat, guys. I might be wrong, but I'm sure it's now 4 years now that we've missed out on Champions League.
I think it's 5.
Is it?
Well, there you go.
I think
even more embarrassing.
And it's going to be harder next season.
Because it's going to be harder because
everyone's going to invest.
Everybody's going to invest. Now the problem is even if we got the best players, okay, even if we got into Champions League. Is the question I'm asking is that our players, those elite players that are out there, are they really going to want to come to Arsenal? Arsenal's a big club, but they're going to look at Arteta and go, "What's elite about this manager? What this guy has to have some sort of legendary status for me to say I want to come there."
But that's what I think the difference between you and United are. You're both massive clubs, don't get me wrong, but United's just got that. There's something about that name, man.
Listen, United is United, yeah? Whether you're in the Champions League or not, players will still come to you. It's because you are a big name, yeah? You're massive.
Even in rainy Manchester, they'll still come.
Even in rainy Manchester.
And you have to remember as well, part of that is for the salary as well.
And that's the thing, you're a London club and they're in Manchester, but I think they'll get better, or it'll be easier for them to get better players than you. I'm not saying you won't get good players,
Craig, I'll come to this question in a second, yeah, because
big up man like Craig, big up Jay. How you doing, Jay? I hope you've been giving it to Norman because he deserves it. Because he's a hater, man. He's there hating on Liverpool, hating on Tottenham. He just goes around hating, and now look at him. That's what you get.
Oh boy! I'll tell you. Listen, guys. I've come on the show. Yeah, I've come on the show. Some people thought I was gonna duck out. No, I'm gonna come on the show, yo. Yeah,
I knew you wouldn't duck out. You gotta take them licks, man. Yeah, you gotta take the licks.
Listen, you know what? I'll say to D earlier on before you came on, Chill. And I know you was doing it. I know you was doing it to persecute me and to just torment me. The game is going on, and Arsenal getting a whooping by Tottenham, yeah. And I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, Chilly, just ring me. Just ring me. First goal, ring me. Come on, man. Ring me. Man said, no, man ain't ringing me. Yeah. Second goal goes in. I'm thinking, he's got to ring me now. We're playing that bad. That man is going to ring me. Oh, so I'm looking at the phone thinking, bro, this guy needs to ring me. Third goal goes in. Not a dicky, but I'm thinking, right, bro, if he phones, I ain't answering. So as soon as the whistle goes, phone goes off.
Listen, I spoke up too soon, too many times, and had to eat that humble pie. I'll wait till it's done and dusted.
Man said, well, hook, line, and sinker, everything done. Yeah. I ain't finished until that fat lady sings, yo. Yeah,
the slim lady. Don't get yourself in trouble now. The
slim lady. Yeah. The voluptuous lady.
There we go.
Let's be right. Listen. I am coming to this in a minute, Craig. But just going back to the old Arsenal thing, and the whole process and the way we are going as a club. As I said, right, even if we had the best players in the world, Arteta is not the man to manage this club. We are a club now that is accepting mediocrity. And for me, it really saddens me. It really does sadden me because I'm thinking I've got to go back to those archives, yeah? Pull out the 2004 games and 98 games and 2002 games, yeah? When man was smiling and was accepting you win at all costs. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Top four is a third place loser, some people will say. It's a third place loser. Yeah? Why is it? And you know what it is? It's because we've now got a young fan base, so they've never seen Arsenal win anything. That's what it is. They've never seen Arsenal win anything. We're used to the big tussles, D. Remember back in the day, man. Listen, even on our WhatsApp group, D. Yes, we used to be going at each other.
Oh yeah, big time, yeah.
Hard time. What, D? When was the last time we went at each other? Be honest. When was the last time we went at each other on WhatsApp?
Years.
It's been years. Yeah. Why? Because we are mediocre. Yeah. Because our
why give him another contract then?
Because
that's the thing.
Listen, this is what the club wants. Yeah, they want a yes man.
But no, it wasn't like somebody was coming in after Arteta, you know. This wasn't about Bruno. We gave Bruno a 3-year contract extension, doubled his wages. Nobody was in for him. He still had 3 years left on his contract.
Why are you rushing? Yeah,
right. And I just think, and you do that before the new manager comes in. Now, some people say that Ten Hag must have sanctioned it. They must have told him that they want. But even still, at least have him in your stable and watch him play and see whether you Ten Hag can coach him before you give him that extension. But everyone said, "Oh, it's for what he did when he came in and he saved us." I'm like, did he save us? He took every corner, every free kick, every penalty. He was stat padding. Now, if Rashford was on penalties or someone else on penalties, then his stats wouldn't look that good. But because he took all the free kicks, direct or indirect, he was getting all the assists, all the goals on penalties instead of Rashford. And you were thinking, well, hold on. Okay, if I've got the ball all the time and I'm the one taking the major decisions, my stats are going to look brilliant against the rest of the team. Because you see, as soon as Ronaldo came in, his stats went down the pan. But he's still got that extension. What's he on? 260 a week now. 260.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't believe that, do you? I mean, you was I remember
furious. I'm like, his ball retention, he's probably the worst at ball retention if you look at the top 6 midfielders, the top 6 clubs and their midfielders that are on the ball the most, Bruno's probably the worst at ball retention. And he doesn't get a starting spot in the current top 4 now. If you as in Tottenham, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man City, he doesn't get a starting lineup in that current top 4 right now.
But yet he's getting
$260 a week.
$260 a week.
But like I was saying, I was bigging him up because of what he done last season. Yeah. But it's exactly what you said, D, because he was on everything. You're going to score goals, aren't you?
Yeah. If you're the main man with the ball in your hands, I mean, even that penalty miss the other day, right? He wasn't the informed player, but he got that ball because he wanted the glory. Because he's missing that. He's missing not having the shine because Ronaldo's there.
Yeah, mate, you should have seen Ronaldo. You should have seen Ronaldo's face, mate.
How much has Ronaldo signed for? 2 years?
2 years, yeah.
So you've got him next season as well.
If he wants to stay,
yeah.
You have to remember, he's a man that
disrespect the man's legacy. Got this big superstar playing in Europa League.
I know. Imagine.
Well, listen. You might say you might be playing. It could be conference. Could be a conference.
Because
I'll tell you this now.
Norman, what's the matter with you, man?
Bro, let me just say this. Because listen, I don't want to be taking the smoke on this tonight as well. The man needs to get. I know. D said earlier on, the man. We took over the banter. Yes, we have taken over the banter crown, right? But let me just go back and put the banter crown back on D's head, right? So, bro, because you go to Crystal Palace last game of the season, yeah? You don't win that game, right?
That's a tough.
And West Ham win their game, you drop into 7th place.
Yeah. but this is the thing, though, Norm, and I think I said it either last show or show before that we waited too long to tank the season,
right?
Because this is how I see it, right?
You did say that, yeah.
Yeah, like, if you're not going to be in Champions League, don't put Ronaldo in Europa. That's not what he's here for. Just tank the season, innit? But like Jimmy said,
Ronaldo's going Russia for the first time ever.
and you know what, Chile? It wouldn't surprise me if he's got that written in his contract, as in, I will not play any Europa League football. Play an under 23 striker. Because Ronaldo is that guy to write that in his contract, you know. He's that guy, you know.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't surprise me if he has got that.
So you'll see him all at Manchester Airport, and I'll be saying, "Where's Ronaldo? Oh no, he's in Portugal. He's having a week off."
That's
I'm telling you.
See you later, yeah.
I'll see you next week.
I'll see you on the Premier League game on Sunday, yeah.
Right. Well, yes, Sunday because it's going to be Thursday, Sunday. But then,
you know the joke about it, yeah. We were so close to getting top 4, yeah, and we're there bantering Man United, and now listen, this is the worst Man United side
ever,
yeah, and we're playing in the same.
Well, in the history of the Premier League, it definitely is the worst Man United side ever.
I come on this show feeling all happy and jovial. You man just bringing me down, man.
That was the plan. Me and Dia got this working, bro. We don't want you to have no glory on there, bro. You know what I mean?
But you know what? If you're an Arsenal fan, it's even more damning than a United fan, because you have to remember, you guys put yourself in this position after having 0 European football this season.
Yep.
We've been traveling and getting injuries in Europe. So all you guys have to concentrate on is really the league and whatever cups you stay in. Yeah. And you remember that was the year that Leicester won a title when all they had to concentrate on was their league form.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think they bombed out both cups quite early.
All I'm hearing now, I don't do Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, I don't do Twitter, but I read the Twitter things and stuff like that, and I see chats from other channels and stuff like that. And all I'm hearing from the fans, the Arsenal fans, the players are tired and blah blah this and blah blah that.
They haven't been playing in Europe.
Liverpool played 63 games this season. I see them win yesterday.
Exactly. Yeah. This is a team with. Listen, they made bro.
9 changes, you know.
Liverpool made 9 changes.
Liverpool have played the maximum amount of games possible.
Right.
Because they've got to every final.
That's right.
They've played the maximum games that one team can play.
And they won yesterday. And they're saying that,
they've lost 3 games all season.
Was our players tired? What do you mean, was our players tired? I'll tell you one thing, yeah? Arteta, yeah? For Saka not to play, both his legs would have to be chopped off for him not to play. because that man has.
What, you man turning on Saka now? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I'm not turning. I'm not turning on Saka. I'm not turning. What I'm basically saying is that you've got Pepe on the bench, right? Pepe looks like he's gone this summer. He looks like he's gone because obviously Arteta doesn't trust him. And then when he did come on, listen, you have to have a run of games to show. Listen, Pepe under Unai Emery was a better player than what he is under Arteta. And for me, a lot of players that played under Unai Emery, but I felt have developed better under him than under Arteta. And now the thing is, with the situation now, with Saka now, there's 2-3 games I've watched him now, but even more games. But the Tottenham game, the guy could hardly run.
Nah, he's spent, and he's
spent, and he had a rubbish game, and he still did not take him off.
And you have to remember, this is what Ollie did with Rashford. He ran him into the ground. He convinced him to play injured, taking cortisone injections and all that foolishness, and persuaded him not to have his operation until the end of the season, just to keep my job. He didn't care about this guy wear and tear and wrecking his body at a young age. Arteta's doing the same thing.
He's doing the same thing. He's doing
exactly what your main man shouldn't be. The main man at a Premiership football team shouldn't be a teenager.
Should not be a teenager.
Or a 20-year-old or whatever, you know what I mean?
It should not be. And the problem is that these guys are going to be inconsistent because they're young. You need to mix this young side with experience, yeah? Yeah, he got rid of Aubameyang. Yeah, Partey's always injured. Tierney's always injured. And the reason why I say Tierney is experienced because he's won trophies at Celtic. He was Celtic's captain. Yeah, he's destined to be Arsenal's captain. But the way these injuries are going, mate, they might end up selling him, right? Yeah. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, you know, we have a manager that's inexperienced with an inexperienced side. What do you expect? What do you expect? The inconsistency. How can you be, with 3 games in hand, 9 points clear of Tottenham, and today, as I see Chile in his Tottenham top,
9 points,
they're 2 points ahead of us, about to go and annihilate Norwich on Sunday.
Hopefully.
Now, let me just throw a spanner in the works. Wouldn't it be funny? Would it be funny if Pouquet turned up?
Yeah, but that's cool because Richarlison's going to turn up anyway. You need to worry about Everton. Don't worry about Norwich.
I'll tell you what.
After what I see, I wouldn't go as far as to say I felt sorry for Arsenal, but it was embarrassing, man. It was so. Norman, I spoke to you on the night and I said to you, "What the hell? What was that?"
Bro, I can't.
I've never seen Arsenal that bad, and I'm being serious.
I've been saying it, and I'm going to say it again. You're probably tired of hearing me. I said it to Chile, right? If I flew back from Mars, right? If I flew back from Mars for that game where Newcastle was playing Arsenal, I would think Newcastle are the ones that go for top 4.
Yeah.
And Craig said it earlier on in the chat. No passion. Yeah. It's almost like they just strolling about.
I don't know. I've never seen that. It's mental, mate.
There was no leadership. Yeah, there was no leadership, and I'm gonna touch on this thing about Granit Xhaka, and his comments. There was no leadership on that pitch that day, or that night, Yeah. My son called it. My son is very pessimistic when it comes to Arsenal. Every game he says we're losing. and we've lost a lot of away games this season. We've lost 13 games. We lost more games this season than we did last season. I think we've actually conceded more goals as well than last season. And Arteta's meant to have fixed this defense. Ben White, what was he doing? Nuno Tavares is our worst signing as a defender. That was signed under Arteta. And he was our best player out of a bad bunch.
But they took him off.
And they took him off. We ended up with Ben White, Granit Xhaka at left back, D.
Exactly. I mean, come on, man.
Right? And the guy looked like Desperate Dan. All he needed to do is just put. Have you ever seen the comic Desperate Dan?
He put Saka back in defence as well, didn't he? Well, wing back. Listen,
I don't know what Arteta was doing.
He just played Saka as a wing back.
There was one point, pretty much throughout the game, he was like this. All they need to do is just stick an emoji face on him, do that.
No plan B.
That's what they needed to do because the guy was clueless. Eddie Howe out-tactic this guy. Conte out-tactic this guy, mentality.
But
you
then
saw the mentality on your side.
Is that then just us being hating on the English managers? Because we always big up the foreign managers with their nice, sexy names, but Potter's doing it. Howe's doing it.
When Eddie Howe took over Newcastle, they were in the bottom three. And I remember that during that period of time as well, they were just going for the new owners and everything. And I remember it's quite funny because it was your team that played them when they just got taken over, and you saw all the flags out and everything. And I'm thinking, come on, Newcastle, you could do this. They got the first goal, they came at you, and then I think it was 3-1 later, or 4-1 later, or whatever it was. Right?
The last time we played them, it was 5-1.
5-1. Reality kicked in, right. But since then, towards the end of January or beginning of January, look how they've kicked on. I think they're right now. They're currently in 12th place. That's the first time Newcastle has beaten us in. We've played them something like 19 or 20 times. We've won out of those games. We've won 17 and drawn 2. Now that's the first time. Another record that Arteta, unpopular record that Arteta has broken. This guy is not ready. Listen, he can manage a club that's probably mid-table, or as you said, D, go play a trade in League One or play a trade in Scotland or somewhere. Why are you coming to a massive club like Arsenal? We are a massive club. I will say it with my chest. We are a massive club. But the way this guy is running this club, the way the actual,
it's not him. You're directing your anger at the wrong people. If Arsenal came to me as I am now and said, be our manager, I'd say, I'm going to lose probably 37 games, but I'm still going to take the opportunity because, like you said, it's a massive club.
And this is what I said about Ollie, right? And David Moyes. You can't actually blame them for taking the Man United job.
No, that's right.
You can't, because it's like you say. You say, what, you want me to manage Man United? Yeah, man, I'm on it. Let's go. You know what I mean? That's what you do. And you're going to pay me $6 million a year. $6 million. Yeah, that can work. That's what I'm saying. So you can't really blame them. You have to blame the owners and the board, and the structure to say, actually, this guy is a cheap option, but he's not going to take us to compete with who we need to compete with in this league. Because
we done that with Nuno, but we corrected it very quickly.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you did that. And the thing is, listen, because they looked at Nuno, and saw what he did. He did with Wolves. So you're thinking, okay, because I think what it was with Tottenham, because your defense was all over the place. I thought because the way Nuno, he was quite more a pragmatic manager, right? Yeah. And he would have probably suited you because Wolves kind of play on the break as well, counter. So maybe coming to Tottenham, he'd do that. But he came there, the club was too big for him. The step was too big for him. And literally, it weren't working out. My man comes in. And you're thinking, right.
He got topped up by Levy as well. Levy topped him up, you know what I mean? I think he was in a lose-lose situation the moment he walked through the door. Because you have to remember, he walked in with a very unhappy Harry Kane.
Yeah, true that.
And that affected a lot of what went on there.
In the club, in terms of, it kind of spilled over to the players.
So it was just a bad move for him, man. And I think if he sat back now and really...
In hindsight.
He would have taken.
Okay, just question.
But it's going back to what we were just saying. He's probably thinking, "What, you want me to manage Tottenham and get paid all this money? I'll do that."
Yeah. But
look I know you're saying. I know you're saying that defense though. Davis, Dyer, and Sanchez, they're playing like world beaters, mate. I don't know what he's done to them,
mate. When I saw that Romero wasn't playing, I was thinking.
I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to get spanked, man.
Lovely.
But Chili, it's obvious, said that this is the difference between turning up for training and doing drills around cones than actually being coached. Right. I need you to be in this position. I need you to move here, and there. Create the triangles. Move forward in the triangles. We haven't been coached since LVG.
I was watching us against... Who did we beat the other day? Burnley. When we played Burnley, we were attacking.
Look at Burnley. Look what
we were
Burnley did.
attacking, and Conte was going mental at Sanchez because he was standing in the wrong place.
Right. So he's being coached. You know he's being coached rather than just turn up to training and let's see how many of us can hit the crossbar from the outside the box and all that.
From the halfway line.
That's not coaching. That's just keeping your fitness level up. We can all
vibes. It's cool vibes, bro.
Yeah, we can all go to the gym and do that. Keep our fit, you know what I mean? These guys need to be coached. No matter how long they've been playing the league, if you're bringing a new system, you have to coach them. You can't just say, "Oh, stay around this area." That's not coaching, man. And as much as people said, "Oh, LVG played boring football," but you saw certain young players progress under him because they were being coached. So it'd be
Rashford, for example.
Yeah. Rashford. Now
he's had a terrible season, isn't he? What's going on with him, man?
Don't know. And you know the thing about it, Craig, I will address this comment, but just sort of because we're talking around Man United as well, and I said Ten Hag has sort of cut short his holidays and whatever. He started work.
He said that he's starting work straight away.
Yeah, he started work. Yeah, and I'm saying it's obviously a massive task, and you've hit a few points and stuff like that. How is Ten Hag going to turn Man United around? Listen, he's obviously done it in the Dutch league and stuff like that, and he's a well-renowned coach and everything. He's coached under Pep and worked alongside Pep and stuff like that. But he's managed Ajax and they've won things and got to Champions League semi-finals and whatnot. So this guy's got pedigree. Now, how do you see him, turning this massive club around? And listen, you've got a lot of players. We know you've got a lot of players to get rid of. Yeah. Ronaldo, how is he going to fit into the system? What's going to happen to Rangnick? Because I'm hearing stories that he might end up getting sacked or they just want to get him out of the picture. I heard that a meeting happened and Rangnick wasn't even invited to the meeting and all of this rubbish. So there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. Now, how's Ten Hag going to turn all of this around, D?
Well, be honest, he has to be able to have the power to say, Big D, you're not good enough. All right? So you're going to come off the bench, but I need you to look for another club. And he has to have them real conversations very quickly. Because I'm telling you now, as much as he's been winning whatever he's winning over there, he's had time to watch this madness. And he's seen how these players are down tools on Ralph. Right? Because
that's what I was going to say, D.
Yeah.
If he does that, he risks, unless he gets rid of those people quickly, if he says that to them and then leaves them there, it's going to spread like a cancer through your dressing room.
Exactly.
And so you got to get rid of them players, man.
Yeah. So this whole getting certain players out the door, like I said, I told you 16. Out of that 16, realistically, 7 should be gone. So straight, and this is 7 on good money. Like 7 players all on over 100 grand a week out the window straight away. That allows him, hopefully, to bring in. I'm gonna be ambitious and say 3 or 4, because if he can bring in if he can bring in a spine, and even now I'm saying the way he wants to play, dare I say it, he may need to get rid of David De Gea, because this guy doesn't command his box. This guy hates playing with the ball at his feet. He's just a good stop shotter.
Yeah, but you've got what's his name in it? Is it Henderson?
No, but Henderson. Henderson looks like.
Yeah, but that's he's number 2. If you make him number 1.
Yeah, but
you see, I haven't seen enough of Henderson to remember. Is he good with his feet? No, that's what I can't remember. I can't think if he's, because he hasn't played enough football at United for me to have watched him to say, actually, Henderson's a lot better.
The joke was he went on loan, yeah? He went on loan and they brought him back.
Yeah.
And I think he was thinking in his head maybe, because De Gea was saying that, but there was, rumours that.
Yeah, Ollie lied to him, innit?
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Like I say, he lied to him, he lied to Jesse. That's why Jesse came back. So this guy really has to be the main man. As in, no one's on more money than him, apart from maybe Ronaldo, just because we got Ronaldo for free. Everyone else is on less money than him, and he has complete control, including saying, Harry, the captain armband weighs too heavy on you, son. At your price tag, you're probably going to stay here because no one can afford you or your wages. You're not going to be my captain. Prove to me that you can play without the captain's armband and improve this back line. So it's a tall order, but these are things that need to happen.
It is because I personally don't think you'll get rid of Harry. I don't think you get rid of Harry Maguire. And Harry Maguire was known as a ball playing centre back.
Yeah,
right. And there's a lot to be said about his defence. I mean, when he was at Leicester, obviously from Leicester, he went from Hull to Leicester, and you know, I saw him. I remember watching him in a game. It was an old game, and I was thinking, God, this guy's a good defender. You know what I mean? But I don't know whether the whole thing.
His first season wasn't bad, you know.
That's what I'm saying to say.
It wasn't. I mean, not like how now he's a train crash, but his first season, I think, whatever went down when he got arrested abroad, I think that mentally has stayed with him, and him allowing his family to keep chatting BS on social media has heaped huge pressure on him. Plus the weight of the armband, plus the weight that we're playing crap. It's just too much weight.
How much is he on, D? And how much is Ronaldo on as well?
Well, I reckon Ron is on around $350 a week.
Whoa.
Yeah, because he came in for nothing.
Oh yeah, true.
David De Gea is on
I think he's
$70 a week.
How much?
$370.
The game. I thought he said 70. Yeah, 370. Yeah.
Yes, 370. Yeah, 370 a week.
How much is
what's Maguire on?
Maguire
be on 200 and something.
Apparently just below that, around 180 a week. Yeah, around 180 a week.
Oh, that's not too. I'll say it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But
because he's got that 85 or 90 million pound price tag.
Yeah.
You've got Martial on 200. You've got Rashford on around the same. I think you've even got Phil
Bruno on then
260. The wage bill is horrendous, bro.
It's crazy.
I think the job for him,
it's a tough rebuild.
It's a tough rebuild. Are you listen? Wages doesn't seem to be a problem for Man U. Yeah. But you've got all these players on some massive wages, right? And there might be a case of he may turn these guys around and make them into superstars. But if they can't adjust to his system or adapt to his style and they're failing left, right, and centre, surely, you know, the money that the businessmen are going to look at this and thinking, well, listen, man, we ain't doing this on the pitch and we're paying out all this money. Or do they care? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out.
If you look at it, right, there's rumours that he's going to get around 120 mil, right?
It's not going to be enough,
No, hold on. 120 mil plus whatever he makes or whatever he saves by trimming the squad. So if I look at the list, right, I'm going to take them. Pogba's gone. Jesse's gone. Mata's gone. Cavani's gone. Matiga's gone. Phil Jones has gone. Eric Bailly has gone. And I think Lee Grant has gone. Antoine Zabi. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 players have gone out of 16.
Give me the wages. Total
wages, they reckon close to, what did they say? 3.8 million a season in wages.
No, that's got to be a month.
It's got to be a month. That's got to be a month.
That's got to be a month.
Yes, a month. Sorry, a month. Sorry, yeah. So straight away they're going to save 3.8 million a month just if them 8 go, and then if you include if Henderson does go to Newcastle, which I hope he does, because then that allows us to go for somebody like either a Nick Pope from Burnley or a Roberto Martinez from Brighton.
Apparently, we're interested in Pope as well.
Oh yeah, but yeah. So for me, I take any of them two. Yeah, Nick Pope or Roberto. If we get rid of
these guys, these two, are they good ball playing? Goalkeepers? Okay,
they're good with their feet. Yeah, and then in a way, in a horrible way, I want Leeds to get relegated because then we can go after Rafinha. And maybe Calvin Phillips.
Okay.
So and then you bring in someone like a Tariq Lamptey Brighton. Yeah. So and then
what about Basuma? What about Yves Basuma?
See, Basuma, I'm like, I like him as a senior, but I'm not sure. Yeah. But if you look at if you look at Ten Hag, he's looking at Frankie.
Frankie goes to Hollywood.
Yeah. So if Frank, and then he's looking at that striker Antonio as well.
Right. What's Antonio?
No, not Antonio. Anthony, sorry, from Ajax. There's rumours that he's going to try and maybe Timber as well.
What I'm hearing a lot.
I was just going to say to you, D, those players that you mentioned, is it because they're Premiership proven? Is that what you want now? You don't want?
Yeah, and that in theory they're not going to cost you 80 and 90 mil.
True that.
But they know the rigorous
90 mil will probably get all three of those that you mentioned.
Exactly. Yeah, and one of them goalkeepers as well.
Yeah,
and I actually think we'll probably pay more for either Nick Pope or Martinez. I think we'll pay more for the goalies because they are two good goalkeepers. So, like I say, if those 8 that I mentioned have gone by natural courses, right, and you're saving 3.8 million. If you add Henderson's on 120 a week as a backup goalkeeper, 120 a week, no.
Wow.
400 grand a month as a backup goalkeeper. Thank you very much. So you look at that and you say, the guys that do our maths men are terrible. And then if you look at the youth team now, you can bring in that Alvaro, bring back Ahmad, and Ethan Lard and Hannibal. So you integrate 4 of them from the youth team, you shed 8 from the first team,
and then bring in 3 or 4 and see where we go from there. See where you go from there.
And you give him 3 transfer windows at least, Norman, to just to be getting up to speed with Liverpool and Man City and Chelsea.
With all of that said, then what is your expectations in terms of
next season?
Next season. Are you going for a domestic trophy and possibly top 4?
Well, yeah. If I'm going to be realistic, top 6 in a domestic trophy.
Right.
Because he's rebuilding. But if he surprises us and nicks a top 4 spot, then happy days. You can't be. I can't be up on here with tinted road glasses because I got a new manager because I know what this lot are like.
Okay. What about even going for the Europa League? Okay, so if say for instance you end up in the Conference League.
So if we're in the Conference League, if we win the Conference League, we go into the Europa League.
You go to Europa.
Right, that's a bad one, isn't it?
But didn't you win the Europa under
Jose?
Jose, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So since Ollie's gone, since Fergie's gone, we've won 3 trophies in 10 years.
Is that how long since Fergie went?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah,
and how many managers you had in that time? You had
Moyes, LVG, Jose, Carrick, Ollie, Carrick. Six. And Ten Hag will be 7. Wow. Ten Hag will manage number 7 since Fergie's retired.
Wow.
It's a madness to me. An absolute. And if this doesn't work, right? If this doesn't work, 30 years before we win another title. We'll be like Liverpool. No lie. If this doesn't work with Ten Hag, we're going to go close to 30 years without a title. I guarantee.
Who's that German man?
Well, we're ahead of you on that schedule, mate.
An N.
Sorry?
Who's that?
The German manager. His name begins with an N, I believe.
Oh, Nagelsmann.
Nagelsmann. Now, well, there was a lot of talk with Nagelsmann. And whether it was to buy out his contract. Remember, these owners are cheap. They hate buying out contracts. Even though they've been paying off contracts with Ollie and Jose and all the rest of it. Everyone's had a payoff. LBG, David Moyes. We paid off every manager, you imagine. No manager has completed their term. They've all walked away with at least 12 million plus for getting fired. It's crazy. So there's money there if you keep paying off these contracts. There's money there. But if Ten Hag doesn't work, we don't give him time. And when I say time, I don't want to see us sacking him within 3 years because you got to allow him to get rid of and rebuild properly.
Interestingly enough, right, and because the reason why are you giving him time? Because is it because obviously because of the pedigree behind him and the fact that the way Man United club is right, it's a massive job to turn this, turn things around with this club. So, but you're giving him time. Whereas with Arteta, who's come in as a novice, he's now been at the club 3 years. As I said, we've gone from 5th.
That's enough time, Nom. You've given him 3 years, and he spent money.
Yeah.
So if
because that's his team, isn't it? You can't say that's not his team anymore.
Yeah, right.
Whereas Ten Hag next summer, you can't say that's his team because you're going to have loads of
because
them guys.
As you rightly say, he's going to take about 3 transfer windows to get rid of.
And so we as United fans have to humble ourselves, settle our skin, take some serious L's. We'll lose some games under him and heavily as they figure out.
I'll probably play some real nice football as well.
Right. And
it's going to be hard for you to get rid of those players, though, D, because if they're not really performing, who's going to want to buy them and pay them 260 grand a week?
Well, if you look at the players I told you, the only ones I think that will struggle to get rid of for wages is Anthony Martial. And
how long has he got left, D?
I think he's still got 2 years left on that contract. 2 seasons left on that contract. And that's why we were hoping that he had a good loan thing. But it was awful.
Oh, was it bad his loan?
It's not been going.
I think he only scored once. If that, I think it was like 1 goal and 2 assists or 3 assists or something like that. It was really bad. You've had half a season,
and Seville they're not going to be able to
pull up
manage his wages,
and he hasn't pulled up trees. So you look at that and you say, for me, he'll be hard to get rid of. Luke Shaw will be hard to get rid of. If you want to get rid of Luke Shaw, he'll be very hard to get rid of.
You don't like Luke Shaw?
What about Wan-Bissaka?
He's lazy. He's actually a good player, but he's
that's
lazy.
What I was going to say. I thought he was all right.
He's injury prone.
What about Wan-Bissaka?
Now, Wan-Bissaka allegedly is going to go back on loan to Crystal Palace. So we're paying half of that huge salary.
Right.
Because we bought him for 50
what's he on? What's he on about?
I think he's on about 180.
You stay there.
What did you say? Wan-Bissaka's on 180
with Patrick.
Yeah, I think he's on about 180. You remember we paid. I think
we paid. Hearing that?
No. About 150. About 150.
Yeah, but when they got him from Palace, he was a big deal, man.
But we overpaid though.
150.
Yeah, 150 a week. It cost us 50 mil, and he can't cross a football. Like if we're looking at playing with that kind of them inverted wing backs kind of style, football, where these guys push up and overlap the wingers, and you know how Giggs and Dennis Irwin and Gary Neville, how they played. They went up and they remember what's name was on free kicks. Dennis Irwin used to whip in free kicks for fun, corners for fun. These guys can't do that. Wan-Bissaka ain't taking corners. You know what I'm saying? This is the difference in the level of players.
Yeah.
You're like, we got right backs that can't take free kicks.
Would you take Ericsson on the Freemans?
Oh, I would.
I would as well.
I think I said it last week to you, Chili.
I'll take Ericsson because he would have to show Martin Odegaard how to turn up in a big game. Yeah,
that would work for you guys.
Because that man got bodied. He got bodied. He doesn't turn up. He does not turn up for the big games. Yeah. The little small games. Yeah, doing all these flicks and everything. He's like Ozil-esque. Yeah, won't turn up for the big away games and the big games that really matter. Yeah, and it's all right doing all these nice little tricks and everything. Yeah, when there's no pressure on you, but when you're expected to do the business, play those either through balls, either needle or whatever you want to call it. That's what I'm looking for. Right. Man ain't doing it. He didn't turn up at the Tottenham game, and he certainly didn't turn up in the Newcastle. He got bodied.
What about Smith Rowe? He got taken off.
Well, again, he looked like he was carrying an injury. He was anonymous in that game. He was absolutely anonymous in that game. But listen, it's a nice segue to go into that. Sorry, go on to say D.
Just going back to your wages point. Now, apparently, Juventus have offered Pogba a 3-year contract at 7.5 million euros a season, bro. Because they're getting him on a free. He's out of contract now.
That's mental.
So for me, you got to push Pogba out the door. Yeah. Because I think we had a 400 grand a week on the table, and he didn't sign it. 400k a week, he didn't sign it. And it's been on the table from last summer. It's been on the table. Now, people say, oh, Ten Hag will convince him to stay. I hope not. Just rebuild. Just let him go. If you're very going to paint that, let him go, man.
Because you're just going to go. You're just going to go back to square one.
He's a quality footballer. So if he can get the best out of him, you'll be well happy with him.
I would be, but I think 6 years in Chile, he's had a season and a half where he's bored. Literally 1.5 seasons out of 6. It's on that kind
of. He came there. 2016, didn't he?
Yeah, he's been there 6 years. So the season we won, Europa with Jose
Mourinho.
Yeah, he was the main man, and I remember Zlatan was there as well. And I think Pogba had the most assists, and I think he was second in goals behind Zlatan, something like that. That was his best season since he come back. And under Mourinho, almost playing as a attacking midfielder and just creating for Zlatan. You know what I mean? So,
listen, D, we could go on all night about your club, mate. And the thing is, he has got a massive job ahead of him. We'll see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come the summer, as I said, he's clocked in early.
But we have to be patient, Norman.
Yeah.
And you know that half of that fan base are not going to be. The moment he loses one game, you're going to see that.
And they're going to be making comparisons. Listen, what they'll do now, the comparisons will be now Ragnick is in the frame or Ollie.
Yeah. Well, Ollie did this, Ollie did that.
Ollie did that. Ragnick did this, blah, 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 blah. And
where did you finish under Ollie, your best position finishing?
Second.
No, you can't.
He was second, but they were like something like 20 odd points off
22 points behind City.
Of Man City.
Oh, but when you should have said that bit. You should have left it in second.
And you have to remember, this was when Van Dijk was injured, and Chelsea was going through all man. Like there was bare teams that like it was a false position.
And to be honest, Liverpool done well to finish third that season.
Exactly. With all
what I mean? So, and we in that season we finished 8th again.
Yeah,
Tottenham finished 7th because you're obviously using Conference League.
Oh, last season you
Yeah.
But you have to remember, you finished second last season, D.
Yeah. Was it last season?
No, the season before.
Season before.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, we were in Champions League season before, mate.
Yeah. So if you look at it, because if you look at it, Chile, Mourinho did the same thing with that squad, and half that squad were down in tools on Mourinho, and he still finished second behind City.
But he said that's his greatest achievement, getting that team second.
Yeah. That's what he said.
You know Mourinho, he likes to make those points, didn't it? That was my greatest. In
other words, right, Norman.
And you know why he was saying it. You know why he was saying it because you did not give me the money or the resources to do what I needed to do.
And I still finished second. Yeah.
And I still finished second. So that was a dig. That was a dig at the Glaziers.
Always. Yeah,
absolutely.
On the board. Yeah.
Right. Listen. We'll have to watch this space. We'll watch this summer. We'll see what happens in the transfer window. No doubt we'll be talking about transfers.
I think for all our clubs, this is a very important summer.
Very important.
As in how we strengthen and who we extend and all the rest of it. Yeah.
So finally, we go back to Craig's point here. Normski, what are your thoughts on the Xhaka comments after the Newcastle game? Now, after the Newcastle game, normally when we get a trouncing or get a good slapping, none of the senior players turn up. But Granit Xhaka decided that he was going to come out and talk to the press. And I was listening to the actual the press, listening to his interview and that. Now, some people, because Gary Neville, after he said what he said, Gary Neville basically came out and said, "You're a disgrace." Yeah, how you're a disgrace. The fact that you're calling out the young players.
He didn't. He didn't.
This is what I'm trying to say. So let's just put this into context. The question was asked was in terms of like the young players, in terms of if I could just remember the actual, I can't remember quote for it, but what the reporter was saying is basically the young players that were playing, do you think it was the inexperience that sort of took over? He kind of said, well, listen, it don't matter what age you are, whether you're this age or that age, you need to turn up in games. So he was only
at home.
Yeah, stay at home. But he was only replying to the reporter. So now, now it's being spun a different way.
I thought.
Now I can't take Granit Xhaka, but he was spun,
and he was right.
He was right. He was right.
What did he say there that was incorrect?
That's right, because he said we're not even good enough to even make Europa.
Not just for Arsenal. I'm not saying it because of Arsenal. I don't care about Arsenal. I'm talking about what he said goes for footballers.
Yeah, in general, yeah.
If you're not going to turn up and give 110 every single week, stay home.
Simple. Yeah, but what I would say, and he's absolutely right in saying what he said. But listen, you know when I'm saying take the beam, before I take the beam, take the plug, take the beam or the plank out of your eye. So he needs to look at himself because he didn't turn up in that game either. He could have been talking to himself as well.
In that. Yeah, I don't think he was saying it was Saka or it was Smith Rowe or whoever. I think he was saying Arsenal Football Club weren't good enough tonight.
Yeah, I think it was just the way. I think it was just the way it was spun.
15 of us.
Yeah, and I think the way it was spun, and then when they went back to the studios and they asked Gary what he thought and what Jamie Carragher thought. They had this kind of bemused look on their face, like say, "What was that all about?" You know what I mean? And Sky's got an agenda, and a lot of the media's got an agenda against Arsenal anyway. Full stop.
No, they haven't.
I think to a degree they have, but I'm not saying that's an excuse for the way we played or not. But we always seem to be the scapegoat and the laughing stock and the banter club or everyone.
Because you are a banter club. You
can't blame a banter club. And listen, I have to wear that crown.
Did you see the way we beat you on Thursday? I've had to wait near on a week to get on here and let you know how we spanked you.
Listen. One thing I would say is it must be
No, hang on. It was you that said to me it was like embryos against full-grown men. You said that to me.
Yeah, right. And
there's no defending, no deflecting.
And I'm going to criticize our club. We was like embryos against men. Yeah. We wasn't even born, yo. You understand? And it was. I think what was worse. I think the effects of the way we got beaten. And I'm not blaming the fact that we got a man sent off of that because I don't know what Rob Holding was doing. Yeah, I don't know what on earth he was doing. Right from the offset, you could see that Son, was playing the dark arts. Yeah,
he played.
And he got the better of Holding. Now, some people say that Son should have gone off because they were rolling about on the floor and Son went to elbow him. Now, I don't think even Son connected, but I think it was the intent. Some people saying, did he get a yellow card for it? I can't even know.
No, he didn't. But he shouldn't have got one because Holding done some WWF moves on him. And neither of them got booked. Get up and get on with it. But then Holding carried it on.
Yeah.
That was
and the thing is, Arteta...
When he got elbowed, when Holding elbowed Son, that was like his fourth or fifth foul in 20-odd minutes.
Yeah. And the thing is...
There was clearly agenda there, wasn't
there? We lost our heads. Yeah. Holding lost his head. He's a senior player. Yeah, you would think Granit Xhaka, but who's Granit Xhaka? Because he loses his head. He gets a yellow card for anything. You're just for turning up.
I think if... Get someone to leave one on
Son,
a reducer as they call it, and hopefully he won't perform. But it backfired. Because Son just kept going back. Do it again.
And for me, we turned up for the first 5 minutes, and that was it. The rest, you saw Tottenham growing into the game. They were growing into the game, and I thought, they're getting around us, getting around the sides of us, getting, their fullbacks were getting around us, and Conte knew what he was doing. He outsmarted Arteta. Arteta again just stood there. Now, if your senior player is doing that, have a word in his ear. Yeah. When the play stops, call him over and say, "Listen, mate," because all we needed to do at that game was get a draw or get a win. Yeah. And then we go into the next game 4 points, but no. Yeah, when we lose that game now, you got people going, "Oh well, at least we're still fourth and we got 1 point." Come on, man.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Yeah,
come on, man. This is how far fans have fallen. Yeah, and we're just holding on. We're praying and hoping. We're praying and hoping that Virgil do us a favor. Get out of here, man.
It's how far we've all fallen because we are debating top four Not the title race. We are debating top 4, and it's laughable in a sense of that we've allowed the 3 teams in front of us to really pull away from the pack, where they can probably, if Chelsea were more consistent, that would be a proper merry-go-round of who's occupying top spot this week out of them 3. So a slot behind, that say from 4 to the team in 8th, that bunch of teams is almost like a mini league in itself now. And if Newcastle spend the money that we know they're going to spend, then Newcastle get put in that mix as well. So yeah, moving forward, no one can play games in the transfer window. That's for sure. Like if you're going for a player, you can't be taking a month to go for one player. You got to be getting this locked and done, and integrate these players as quickly as possible, because with a World Cup season as well, you can't afford any slip-ups, because you may lose players to the World Cup that get injured in the World Cup, and you might not have the opportunity to replace them in the January.
Listen, so, I've got to run. I've got to go and do something, but Norman, you got whooped, man. D,
yeah, man.
Next Monday, man.
Yeah.
What are you doing anything Sunday? What are you doing Sunday, Norman?
So who you got Sunday?
Norwich.
Oh yeah, you got Norwich. We've got
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace away, ain't we? We're away to Palace.
Yeah. So this is all. It's all going to be on a Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sunday,
all at the same time. 3 o'clock kickoff.
3 o'clock kickoff Sunday. And who you got, Norms?
We've got Everton fighting for their lives.
Woo! Wow. You know what? We really
it don't matter. It don't matter. I mean, we've secured 5th place, yeah. And I just want to address Alvin here, Alvin Brown. What should you expect from our kids? Grateful for 5th spot. Come on, man. This is what I'm talking about. Alvin, this same Alvin came on our show, and I was
listen, I've got to run, chaps.
Listen,
take care, Chili.
Monday.
Catch you, Monday. I'll see you Monday.
I'll shout you tomorrow, Norman.
Yeah. Cheers.
All right, cheers.
Yeah. All right. Listen, Alvin Brown, he came on the show after we got beaten by, I think it was Southampton, and he basically said, "That's it. I've had enough." Yeah. Arteta's not good enough for the club. Now I don't know where Alvin still stands. Yeah, I don't know if he's flip-flopping all over the place, but listen, this is down to Mikel Arteta. He chose to go for a youth project. Yeah. When you're saying what do you expect, then why didn't you get players in January then? Why didn't you get experience in? There's no point to say what should you expect. Yeah. We are a big club. Yeah. We are a big club. So you're saying what should we expect? Well, I'll tell you, to be honest, I wasn't expecting us to even finish in top 6. My expectation.
You guys should have bought in.
Yeah,
you guys should have bought a striker and a attacking midfielder.
That's right.
January, yeah,
that's right.
Or defensive midfielder, however you want to flip it.
What's he saying? What's he? At least Europe 2 8 spots now, 5th. Good vibes. Look, all that's happened, is, as I said, we've gone. When Arteta took over, we was 5th and we ended up finishing 8th twice to end back in 5th. So that for me is not progress. Yeah. And finishing, listen, I watch Liverpool, I watch Man City, I look at Liverpool, I see them in holy finals, winning 2 at the moment. Yeah. In their 3rd final, could possibly I'll say maybe nick the championship as well. Yeah, but that might be too far for them. But I still look at them and I see where they are in the league, their mentality, their manager. They have a winning mentality. As I said yesterday, they made 9 changes. Yeah,
and
9
still
changes and still come back 1-0 down and win 2-1 against Southampton. You know what I mean? You know, if they lose that game or draw that game, that's Man City's title.
That's over.
So they are pushing Man City all the way because they have the mentality and the fight, and they won't accept nothing but winning. Whereas us now, as you said, D, we're talking about 4th place.
Yep.
We're talking about 5th place and 6th place.
Right, yeah.
How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
Big up, Mr. Calvin. How you doing, man? Sorry, I mean, there's quite a lot of stuff in the chat, so we was discussing a lot of stuff. So I'm just going through the chat now. Yeah, we need to sell Granit. Absolutely need to sell him. As a Spurs fan, if we make Champions League, it's because Man U dropped off and they didn't get Conte. I think you would agree with that, D. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. He needed that. We needed to stop the bleeding, and we didn't.
Yeah.
Basically, we didn't.
Yeah, big up Root. Just replying to our fan base is the problem. Not enough elite mentality and accepting far too much mediocrity. And that is it. Too much mediocrity in this thing, and it's the same with Man United as well. It's the same with Man United. You know what I mean? It's the same with Man United. Big up, Leon. How you doing, bro? Hope you're not holding your breath for a Champions League spot.
Woo!
Hold on.
Yeah.
Nah.
But you know what? This is what is good though. It is good that a lot of things are going to be decided on the last game of the season, because it hasn't been like that for a while. As in the title, as in the relegation, they're all going to last eve. Even the whole top 4 is going to the last game of the season. So I think for the neutrals that are not involved, if you support a mid-table team, I think it's a good look for you guys. There you go. Jay said there, where are the leaders on the pick for Arsenal?
Yeah.
Jay, I said the same thing for Man United. Where are the leaders that will pull up a young player and say, stay in position, you're losing your head, calm down. You know, it's a mad one. It really is. And like I say, we have an opportunity to press the reset button with Eric. I'm going to say it properly, Eric Ten Hag. Apparently, it's probably like a silent G. Yeah, literally harking up. You know, the ones. but
wait, how would they say? This is how the Jamaicans say Ten Hag. No.
Hog
to Ten Hag.
No, Hog. They call him a Hog. It wouldn't even be an A there. It'd be an O there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But, so you know Ten Hag. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So the whole, like I said to you guys earlier, the whole being patient with him. Yeah. Like, I have to have low expectations for next season, because he's coming into a train crash and doing some major surgery. And some players will not like him. So you're going to see some players almost probably try and force a way out the club, because they won't want to get fit, because you've got to be fit to play the way he wants to play. And
that's the thing. It's easier said than done. You bring in a manager and he brings in the new tactics and everything. Ralph done it the same. But the problem is when it gets down to the nuts and bolts of it, if these man ain't on a cold winter's night up in, well, that's whether Burnley stay in the league or not, or I'll have to probably think of another place that's really cold.
Newcastle's cold on the winter. Newcastle's cold, yeah.
Newcastle,
cold, okay. Up there, northeast.
Craig, he's saying, like, I don't believe it was Arteta's project. In his opinion, it was the Cronkies. Yeah, I think so, because the Cronkies are on this young team, young manager.
Is Arteta allowed? Is he having a say in the players that he buys, or are they buying players for him? Because that's the key thing there.
Well, Edu is the guy, isn't he? He's the man, isn't he? He's the man. But so, they changed him from being a coach to a manager, so he would have more probably say in terms of who comes in. Yeah. So, but I think between him and Edu, they will look. Yeah.
So he's building this team then, Norman. If he's had 3 years to build this team and stick with the players that were there that maybe you guys may have wanted to get rid of, and he says, no, I can work with these players, then it's on him. It's all on him. It's his team. If you come, like Ten Hag comes into that train crash, that's not his team yet. So I can't expect next season my man to be pulling up trees. What I need to see is that, okay, we're actually playing some good football here, and players are staying disciplined. And we're probably still going to lose to Liverpool and Man City, but it won't be heavy losses, hopefully, because we will be disciplined. Yeah, and we will frustrate them, and they might get a 1-0 or 2-0.
Yeah, so you're not going to be seeing the fours and the fives.
Right, exactly. So for me, like if I take heavy losses to Liverpool and Man City, and I compete against the rest of the league, I'm kind of okay with that in his first season. Totally okay with it. Because the gap is huge at the moment between us and them two teams. Ridiculously huge, yeah. The league table does not lie.
Big up to Root Calls here. He says, Arsenal fan base is saturated with too many fans who are afraid to demand more. It's almost like a crime for these people. Demand more from the club. They're ripping us off with season tickets that keep rising. Yeah. Merch keeps dropping. You're absolutely right, Root Calls. That is the problem. We've got a fan base, a generation that have never seen Arsenal win. Yeah, it's all about, as some people say, the drip. It's all about how a manager looks. They've even got a banner saying that he's the best looking manager in the league. Can you believe it, D?
Who cares? Who cares?
Who cares?
Exactly.
Yeah? If you're standing there with the big ears, I'll say, yeah, brilliant. But you're not. You understand?
Yeah.
And this is what annoys me. Is that they will accept, you know what I mean? Soon as, listen, I don't know between the two of us who drops the most merch. Right?
Wow, yeah.
Bro, you know what I mean?
But it's like anything, right? It's like we go to our secular jobs, right? And for whatever money.
So Craig has to put in his one-liner. I've deleted all the Germans' contacts from my phone. It's Andy's free.
Yeah.
Craig, thanks for cheering me up, mate, bro, because we need it, man.
but you know, and you know, there may be a few people in the chat that are on footballing money, but in general, we're not on these 200 grams a week.
Yeah.
And you look at the privilege, and not only that, you see how hard it is. You know, I've had nephews and godson that has, you know, been pushing to go in that professional ring, and it's a very cutthroat thing. So for you to be in this opportunity on our shirts, our Arsenal and our Man United shirts, and go on a pitch and walk around the pitch like you just wait for that 90 minutes to be up, is an utter disgrace, because the kids that leave in tears when they get cut from these teams, you know, through the academies and all that, because that's how cutthroat it is. And you have the opportunity to go there, earn this phenomenal money, and play in front of whatever, 75,000, 50,000, whatever it is, 60,000 a week, and you choose not to perform. You choose not to look interested. Man, like, you should be banished to the reserves until somebody just takes you away.
You know, D, it's when you get those golden opportunities, one, your mindset has to change. Yeah, you've got to put in the hard work, the hard yards and everything, to then get the fruits, you know what I mean, of your labor kind of thing, you know what I mean?
And stay fit, Norm.
And stay fit.
Yeah, I mean, if you get injured, that's different. But when you can see that a man is physically unfit because he's carrying too much weight, and after 55 minutes, he's sucking all the oxygen up in the stadium, you're like, bro, you can't play 90 minutes. Are you mad? You want 200 grand a week and you can't play 90 minutes. And you can't do it twice a week. Come on, man. And I'm paying you 200 grand a week, and you can't.
You know what? I mean, I don't know. For me, when I watch these footballers, listen, it's as mad as it sounds, because when you think about the footballers back in the day, they used to go down and have a pint and everything. Arsene Wenger got them on his nutrition and all that, blah blah blah. One thing I would say about them footballers, they were fantastic footballers. Yeah, genuine fantastic footballers. Yeah, can you imagine those footballers now in this day and age now? What they would be worth, and if they were super fit and everything. No, the talent of these footballers.
To local pub, right? Yeah. 2 pints of lager, chips and steak ale pie with mushy peas, and go out there and run like their life depended on it. You know what I'm saying? And like you say, you got all these gourmet chefs in now cooking all this vegetable stuff. And everyone's
six packs FC,
right?
Yeah. And you know what? What I've noticed. I mean, I watch my team, and I watch other teams as well. And I'm watching and I'm thinking, don't you know how to pass a ball? Can't you trap a ball? Can't you, listen, for me.
So you question what they're doing in training, Norman. In that statement there, you question, what do they do in training every week?
Yeah.
Because you're not seeing it on the pitch. There we go. Question, which football club will spend the most money in the summer? Me, Newcastle, 200 million plus.
I think Craig mentioned something about Arsenal. I think that the Kroenkes is only looking to give him, I think you said you was 120 mil, and that's
I'm
obviously
whatever we sell. Yeah.
And whatever, and the people that you're going to bring back, and then the wages that you're going to cut, and the same with Arsenal. I think Craig said about 150. Now, I don't think, personally speaking, 150 mil is going to be enough, but it is what it is. No, do you know what I mean? Because obviously we could have relied on that Champions League money. Do you know what I mean?
But us as clubs,
but
I have to look at what Klopp did. Robinson. Had you really heard of Robinson before Klopp bought him?
Oh,
exactly.
Sorry about that. More tea, Vicar. Sorry. Yeah, go on.
So you have to look at players with potential, and not only just the potential, players that you know that are coachable, that are not going to cost you 70 and 80 mil.
Yeah.
If you can bring players that are coachable in for 30 to 40, you can bring 5 players in them.
Yeah.
4 players in.
And so you're right. Klopp is probably the best.
Yeah.
To get, I wouldn't say they're mediocre players, but when you're getting players like from Hull,
exactly,
and now he's one of the best
left backs in the world.
That's coaching. Yeah, so it's a bit like Arsene Wenger. We used to go and buy bargains. Yeah,
he was good at that. To be fair,
he was good at that.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
he was good at that. Yeah. Now,
and maybe you guys look at that model again. Like
maybe
you look at some of what Wenger did. Like even with Thierry Henry, from a winger to a striker, all that kind of thing.
Yeah,
you coach that. And like I say, we haven't been coached since LVG. Love him or hate him, at least he coached the team. So, and I'm hoping that the guys that obviously he's bringing Steve McLaren back with him.
Yeah,
who I don't have a problem with, to be fair. Yeah, I think Steve McLaren is his own man, because Steve McLaren used to challenge Fergie a lot on tactics.
Oh, Chili's back.
He wasn't.
Chili's back, man. He ain't having it.
I said, no, man, I'm enjoying myself. I'm going back on my show.
That's Friday. Let's go.
Chili's come back, bro. Chili's come back. Right. No, you know what? That's good then, Chili, because you come back at the right time. I might as well ask a question, yeah? Now that you've pretty much secured Champions League spot, can Spurs push on in the Champions League with this coach and current team? Question for you, mate.
Not with the current team, we can't. We've definitely got to improve. Need a centre back, need a creative midfielder. Could do with a right and left wing back. So, no.
Right. But
I think that if you'd got there, you'd have got embarrassed. But if we get there, I don't think we'll get embarrassed. But
what? All right. Okay. So, all right. With your current, that's what I'm just saying. If we just talk about it in context of your current club going in, if you didn't buy any players, how far do you think you would go? Do you think you'll get past the group stages?
Yeah. I think we'll get past the group stages, but then after that, last 16, last 8, it's going to start getting difficult.
Yeah. Whereas I think for us, what would happen with us is we will because I think we would have been maybe in pot 3 or something like that, and we would have got the likes of like Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, or some top club, and I could see us getting slapped up a couple of times in the group stages, and then somehow we scrape it somehow, but I think we probably wouldn't even make it at the group stages. I don't think we'd make it at the group stages.
Not with your current, the last 2 games, you've been dreadful, man.
Yeah, I mean,
and the worst thing about it, Norman, is that's when you needed them to stand up and be counted. When the spotlight was on them, they shriveled.
And that is, listen, Chill. That is the problem with Arsenal, is that when there's no pressure, we perform. As soon as we have any kind of little pressure, all we needed to do was come to Tottenham's ground, get a draw. If we get a win, I didn't think we could beat you, but I thought we could possibly get a draw. But listen, Conte outwitted Arteta. Our senior players, let our side down. And the long and short of it is, you was confident enough to say, we will beat your side. I think what you said is that, okay, what would happen because of your Spurs? You'll beat us and probably go and lose the next game, or we'll go and we'll push on and make it the Champions League. What's happened is that literally after that beating, it's mentally affected us, and now we've ended up going to Newcastle and getting outplayed. I think at one point, the possession Newcastle had, remember, we were meant to be a so-called possession-based team. They had 70 to 80% possession.
70-30 it was.
73.
It's mad, isn't it?
It was mate, if you saw the game, bro, it's like watching Juventus.
I watched second half. Yeah,
you watched it? Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah? There you go.
I got back into watch second half and I was like, what is going on here?
Question here, do you think Liverpool will go for Mbappe because Haaland's joining City?
Nope. They won't break their wage structure for him.
Do you think they'll go for Kane?
Oh, Liverpool?
Yeah.
Are you hearing rumours there?
I heard something the other day, someone saying that that's who Liverpool should go for. So,
but the way,
just the way they play though, because
it's the way they play.
If you look at the way Kane plays now, Kane drops deep a lot, and he allows Song to run on, and Song be that.
Man will be sucking the air after 40 minutes.
Playing like that, because that pressing football ain't for anything.
Liverpool, they're relentless, man. They're absolutely relentless. Yeah, I can't see Mbappe.
No, because you have to remember, Liverpool they're and on about paying Mo his money.
Yeah,
so if they don't want to pay Mo his money, they ain't paying Mbappe's money. Mbappe's going to come out more than Mo. That's for sure.
Yeah. Chili, can you see come to Tottenham in the summer? Because now that we apparently what was supposed to have happened is if we made top four, Dybala would have come to Arsenal because his agent apparently was in London, and it was a case of if we make top four, he's signing for us. Now that's not the case. He's going on a freeze. 28, 29.
Well, we've been linked with him for the last 3 seasons.
Would you take him?
Yeah. If he wants to come to us in the summer, I'll definitely take him. Is what we need.
Craig is saying, I've got this feeling Harry Kane will go to Man United in the summer.
He said that he's not going to go there.
No.
I think he's secure top 4. He stays.
Tottenham now to go to Man United.
It's pointless.
Because Kane needs Champions League football, and we don't have that next season. So straight away,
what you do have is your name and deep pockets.
To pay whatever wages he wants.
You
know, how long has he got left on his contract?
2 years. Okay. 2 years, 3 years.
And he's what is he on 200?
Yeah, exactly 200.
200 boys, yeah.
Him and do you know who our next player? We got another player on 200. Do you know who it is?
The goalkeeper.
The goalkeeper.
No.
Oh no, I think he might be now as well. Actually, so we got 3. Yeah, 3.
Who's that then?
That has to be Song then. If it ain't Song, who?
No, it's not Song.
Song. Wow. How much Song?
Who's on Romero?
I'll give you a clue.
Okay, give me a clue.
He's not even playing for us at the moment.
Oh, the guy at Lyon.
Ndombele.
Is he?
Oh my gosh.
He's on 200 bags. Damn.
And we're going to get him back again in the summer, at the end of the season.
Wow. Okay. Who's the third person then on 200?
Kane, Lloris, and him.
Oh yeah. Wow.
How can he be on more money than Sonny?
Mate,
that's mad, isn't it? That's mad, isn't
it? Does Son get the golden boot? That's the question. I think against Norwich, I think he will.
The thing is, I don't think Salah's playing for Liverpool, so he's got a good shot. If he gets a brace,
listen, if he plays against, like I'm telling you this, you're pretty much secure. But Son is going, let me, because he didn't want to get taken off. Did he get taken off?
He was furious. Yeah, he was furious.
Right,
he wasn't happy.
So listen, Norwich, he's rubbing his hands together because I think he'll put a few past them and get the golden boot. Yeah, and that will probably be Tottenham's trophy. You know, the golden boot and the top four.
I'll take that.
What's this? I read that one about.
So this guy from Benfica. Apparently,
yeah, I agree with that Kane's not quick enough.
Yeah. The Benfica guy, Darwin Nunes.
Yeah,
Nunes.
51 million on his release course.
But you know what the problem
That's not
is?
even expensive now. Though,
You know,
exactly.
The joke is right because obviously with both Arsenal and Man United out of the European places. And when I say European places, I'm talking about the proper European places.
Yeah, the Champions League. Yeah.
You know, the world is your oyster, Chile.
Well,
do you know what I'm saying? Because in terms of
we got to beat Norwich. I ain't even getting all excited about Champions League yet.
Hey, man, sound a bit jittery, man. In
fact, we're not even.
Bring up your chest, man. Back your club, man. Back your club.
No,
come on, Timo, man. Do something for us, bro.
That's the only person you got to be worried of is Timo. You pocket him, that's game over. Trust me. You pocket that brother, that's game over. He's the only one that ever looks like scoring.
I like that one, Craig.
So Campbell left Tottenham.
You want me to swear on your channel?
No, don't swear.
I was going to say, you say you know what they're swearing on your channel.
Let me come off that one quick. If Tottenham don't back Conte in the summer, he would jump ship. And I believe he would go
Big
there.
time.
If he doesn't...
If they don't back him... What's that say about what they want for the club?
The guy's got previous. Yeah, your Daniel Levy's got previous because when Pochettino got you to a final, obviously you lost it. Yeah, you're thinking, right?
Yeah,
we push on. What happened? Didn't back him.
And the thing is, I didn't expect him to do what Leeds done when they got to the semis and like just go mental, but I expected them to back him, at least give him 100 mil, 120.
Looks like Arsenal now is the B side of Spurs' record now. Yeah, Arsenal get battered everywhere they go. So we're the B side now. Yeah, so if you want to hear a remix version, yeah. The A side is Spurs and the B side is us now.
Well, it is a scenario for you then, Norman. I was reading that if you guys don't qualify, that Jesus is going to do a U-turn because apparently he wants to play Champions League football. So if you can't offer him that,
but then I heard that he'd be happy to come if we was playing Europa as well. So I'm hearing, Listen. Yeah, summer's going to be interesting. One. The summer's going to be interesting for all of us. Yeah, I mean, I think who will do the most business out of the three of us? Yeah, I'm not going to because obviously Kofi's not here. So out of the three of us, who's going to do the most?
Manu.
Yeah, I'm hoping we are, Norman. I'm hoping we are.
Well, I'm hearing that. Well, I think we need at least 7 players. Don't think we're going to get 7 players, but we need at least 7 players. Chili, what do you? How many players do you need?
What? How many do we need, or how many do I think we'll get?
How many do you need, and how many do you think you will get?
We need 4 or 5, and I think we'll get probably 3.
Yeah,
but I think Conte will live with that until January. Get another 2 in January.
Yeah,
and then what's that? That's 5, 7.
Yeah, I think they'll probably be the same with Arsenal. I think what we'll do is we'll probably get 4 in. We need about 7, but I think we'll get 4 in. We'll get a striker. We need a new left back because Nuno, bro, that man needs to just go on loan for a while. Defense, obviously, we got William Saliba coming back. In the midfield, I need an upgrade on Granit Xhaka, but that ain't gonna happen. But we should get another midfielder because I think Lokonga needs to. I think Craig mentioned it earlier on. Like we got Lokonga, Tavares, and somebody else. I'm thinking, are these our backups? You know, they're not ready. they're really not ready. So we need to get another midfielder. You see what Bruno Guimaraes done. We was linked with him last summer, and also in the winter, he ends up scoring against us, and he controlled that midfield. And that guy would probably get into any of the top 6 easily. From what I've seen of that player, he is brilliant.
But
brilliant.
It's like if I look at us, right, if he doesn't fancy those 3 guys I told you from the under 23s, then we need 9, right? And he's only going to bring in 3 or 4 in the summer.
Yeah, you can't bring in 9, no, D. That would never work.
Not straight away. But he needs, if he's rebuilding properly, he needs 9. If he's not, he's not going to bring in those 3 guys from the youth. So realistically, I'm saying 3 to 4 in the summer. For me, rebuild the spine. So you've got Ronaldo for another season. You get Ronaldo a second striker, because he prefers playing with 2. He hates playing as a solo striker up front. He always says this. So fair play. He's not hiding. He prefers to be in a tandem. Then you replace the goalkeeper. You get a centre back to either play with Harry or play with Varane, and you get a CDM.
Yep.
And then you start from there.
Yeah.
And then you integrate these 3 guys that I said, from the Hannibal, Alvaro, Ferdinand, and Ethan Laird, and then you bring back, and this sounds really horrible for Forest, you bring back the kid from Forest, Gardner. He's had a blinding season.
Yeah.
You bring him back, he's our player. He's on loan. You're bringing him back, so there's no cost there apart from salary. And it wouldn't surprise me if we're paying half the salary on loan anyway.
Yeah.
So straight away, you could actually have 7 new players within that squad.
Yeah.
Plus the 8 that I told you are out the door. And then you've got to flip straight away. And you see how he works with that. In January, if he pulls 1 in January, so be it. If you don't, then we wait till the summer and go again, 3 more in the summer.
Well, you kind of answered what Craig is saying there.
Oh, yeah. We've got that young kid, Papa Sarr, as well. He's going to be
coming back.
Coming. He hasn't come yet. We loaned him straight back.
Oh, you loaned him straight up.
Yeah.
Tavra's not good enough for Arsenal. He gets caught out like the left wing back for Chelsea who does score the goals. Oh, you're talking about who's the left wing back for
Alonso?
Yeah, Alonso, yeah.
Or Chilwell. Doesn't Chilwell play the left?
Yeah, but I think the current, because Chilwell is injured. I think he's talking about Alonso. Yeah, he does. Yeah. He's listen. Look, he's come from the Portuguese league, and from what I heard, he's not good. He's not good. They've said he ain't good, but he's Arteta's man. Do you know what I mean? He's Arteta's man.
But this is the jump up though, Norman. Like even some of these guys come in, some of these guys that potentially may want to follow Ten Hag to Old Trafford. 1 is Old Trafford, 2 is the Premier League.
Yeah.
It's a huge jump, you know.
Yeah. It is.
You ain't playing the holiday anymore, you know, brethren. When that crowd turn on you after you lose the ball for the third time, your confidence is shot in a big stadium like that. So it's okay saying they'd love to follow the manager and come and play for Man United. But really and truly, there's levels, you know. There's levels to 1, being at Old Trafford, 2, playing in the pace of the Premier League.
Do you think he'll get the best out of Donny?
Well, this is the thing, because in theory, Donny should be a new player, you know, because we ain't played him.
And the thing is, Ten Hag knows him, isn't it? Well.
So that's what I'm saying. Do you think he'll get the best out of him?
I think he has to for both of their sakes. Probably more Donny than, because if Donny really can't cut it in the Premier League because it's too physical or the pace of it, then he's in no man's land. Because if his man comes, and he's coming, so your man is here, you come back from loan from Everton, and he gives he's hardly played at Everton, and he gives you a run of 5 games, and you can't get with it, and that's a problem, isn't it? Because it's your man that's here now. You can't blame the coaches.
That's interesting. I've hardly seen him at all. So,
but for me, he's a new player
Ali as well. Everton bought
Dele
Ali
Alli,
as well. Remember?
Oh man, they got ripped off with that, man. 40 mil.
Is that what they paid for?
That's only on appearances. We ain't never going to see that now. Like we got X amount when he's had 20 appearances.
That's how they set up the payments, then, yeah?
Yeah, they like when he's done 20 appearances, we get X amount, and then when he does like 50, we get more. But he's on something like 6 appearances.
Wow,
mate.
I actually forgot about Donny.
Yeah,
because he's like he's in the wilderness. But I say, he's coming back. Everton are not going to buy him. So he's coming back. So for me, that's like another new player.
We'll see what happens there. Okay, the last one. I mean, I even though I'd said to you like we're going to look at the Premier League fixtures, it's pointless because pretty much all the teams are safe. So I think the ones that we really need to focus on, who
well, it's the top and the bottom basically, isn't it?
The top, and the bottom. In the middle, everybody's basically on the beach now. Yeah, they've packed their bags. They're all on the beach on 40 points. They're all on 40 points. Got their swimming trunks on. Yeah, swimming the English Channel or whatever it is, have gone down to Ibiza or whatever. Yeah.
Iron upper.
Just one thing. I heard that Sancho had problems with his tonsil. Just wondering what he was doing in France.
Tonsillitis? Is that what's going on there?
I heard that he was on his Instagram. He was in France.
Doing what?
I don't know. Just asking you, mate. He's your man.
I guess his surgeon's there. Don't
talk about his surgeons there. Man's on Insta, loving life.
If he's in France, right? If he's in France, he's being influenced by Paul Pogba already. He's probably. I don't know. I can't even.
Doing the pog, yeah.
He did something, innit? He did something out there.
Whatever it is.
Because I'm watching Pogba posting training videos. He don't look injured, bro. Come on, man. He's getting on my nerves now. He has to go. You can't be doing that. You can't be on Instagram posting training videos. I mean, there's one where he's quite far back and he claps a ball and he hits it through a basketball net. You know how hard that is to do? And the man's supposed to be injured. I'm like, oh my gosh, stop it. Yeah, he's taking a mick now.
Just remember.
I like Pogba, but
just remember he's earning his money, mate. Come on.
Yeah, well,
don't be salty now, yeah.
Him and Cavani were stealing the living all season. Tell you, man.
What's going on with Cavani?
He's done. He's done, isn't he?
He's done out here, man.
He actually got standing. You imagine he put him on for a standing ovation, and last game at Old Trafford, and the crowd just silenced him. He got ghosted. He was bad. Yeah, he got ghosted because they know he's been taking the P, mate. The whole season when Ronaldo
last season, Lindy.
Yeah, he's done. Yeah, he's done in the summer. Yeah, he's out there.
Yeah.
And he wanted to go. To be fair, actually, he asked.
How much what's he on? 200 plus as well?
Oh, a bit more than that, Norm.
How much?
I think over 300k a week, mate.
For a 37-year-old or whatever he is.
He came for free. Like that's what I'm saying. When they come for free, they just throw the money. And you have to remember, he came for free to be the starting striker.
Yeah.
And then because of this whole Ronaldo going to Man City, he comes in and he gets benched. So he just threw his heads out the cart, didn't he? So you knew it was going to be a null and void season for him in regards to numbers.
Watching Tavares in defence is like watching Bambi on ice.
He is poor.
And the sad thing about all of this, was actually he was our best player against Newcastle. That's the mad thing about it. So it just shows we have fixed our defence. Fixed what? Yeah. Fixed what? Yeah. Listen, Ben White might be Ben White might be a ball carrying defender, but he can't defend.
Who's his partner?
Gabriel. Hairline Gabriel. Sprayline Gabriel.
I liked Gabriel when he first came.
Look. Gabriel, listen, he's
when
still
he first
young.
came, he done well for you.
Yeah, he done well, but it's kind of, I think the whole of the defense have kind of dropped off. Yeah, we're supposed to fix the defense. Yeah, I think we've conceded 4 goals less than Burnley, who are fighting relegation.
Yeah.
Fix the defense. Come on, man.
That's mad, isn't it? It's mad.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
Crystal Palace have got a better goal difference than Man U. I
think everybody's got a better goal difference than Man U.
Yeah, I think we're +1. You know.
What do you expect when Man is holding 9 against Liverpool, 5 against City,
you know.
4 against Watford?
Yeah?
I mean,
+1. How do you +1?
D, come on, +1, man. Come on.
That's a joke, isn't it? +1, and Ronaldo has scored 18 in the Premier League. That's how bad we are defensively.
How many has he scored?
18.
Oh, that's a good return, man.
Right. So 37-year-old scores 18 and our goal difference is +1. In what world? Come on, man. And people said, "Oh, we should have sucked Ali. We should." Yeah, he had to go, mate. Yeah, we're literally +1. So
that's it.
So West Ham +11.
Listen to that. Last 2 games, scored 0, conceded 5. Exactly.
Yeah, but you were laughing when we didn't have no shots for 2 games, man.
But Chile, you guys are +24. You know.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I don't understand why he was laughing at us.
Man, Son found his shooting boots, isn't it?
9 points and 3 games. How do you even lose that sort of lead?
It's mad, isn't it?
And you had a better goal difference than us.
Yeah.
Arteta tax, bro. Yeah,
but then, like I was saying to you, I hear Arsenal when they announced that he got a contract, they were happy.
Who was happy?
Some Arsenal fans, not all.
Well, they would be, wouldn't they? But I weren't happy. I couldn't believe it, mate.
I know you weren't happy.
I thought, let me read this again, man, because they got me lying here, you know.
Who do you want then?
Listen, who I would have liked Conte, but you got him.
No, now realistically,
who's out there that's available?
That's what I'm saying. You're not going to get Klopp. You're not going to get Pep.
Nagelsmann.
Sam Allardyce.
Nah, you don't want Big Sam, bro.
No.
Dodgy Sam. Nah, but you got Nagelsmann out there.
I'm telling you now, you do a better job than Arteta, man. I'm telling you that now. Yeah,
you really don't like him,
listen, listen.
Norman, that's what you need to do, Norm. Like hold out till after the World Cup and go for Luis Enrique, mate. Fire him in January.
Enrique, or as Craig said, I was thinking that he read my mind, Mancini,
yeah.
Oh, that's not a bad shout,
you know.
Yeah.
Where is he now? Where's Mancini now?
He's managing he's managing the Italian national side.
National side. Oh wow. See. So true managers.
See, the thing is, for this to happen, right? For this to happen, because obviously Arteta's got us 5th. We're now going to be playing more games. They're now going to give him a budget of 150 million to go and spend based on what we get rid of and whatnot. So we need to get at least 7 players in. We're probably realistically getting about 4. Right. There's no excuse now because the expectation is now the club have obviously when he went to America, he signed the contract. He said, you've achieved the objective, which was to get us back into Europe, which you've done. You've saved us money on the wage bill, which you've done. Thank you very much. Here's your contract. And then obviously, you know, the time of which they announced it after losing 3 games on the bounce.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's poor.
Crystal Palace, Brighton, and Southampton. And the man comes out and goes, I can't believe it. I thought, I mean, gosh, bro. Listen, it don't make one out.
If they did want to offer it to him, then why not? Didn't someone say, hang on a minute, lads, let's wait till we've got a win or 2 under our belt, then do it?
Yeah.
I personally think, that when we go into this Europa League thing, because we're going to be playing Thursday, Sunday, we're going to struggle. Because if we're struggling already, we've got people saying that the club looks, the players look knackered and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we trimmed the squad down to 18 because that was manageable. That was a size that was manageable to play, you know, your FA Cups, your Carabao Cups, and obviously try and do something in the Premier League. Yeah. He's trimmed it down because obviously the wages and blah, 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 blah. But then with him getting rid of Aubameyang and then Partey getting injured, Tierney getting injured at the wrong time as well, didn't help things. And then what you're doing now is that you're now going into the youth setup, getting the likes of Charlie Patino and all them mans sitting on your bench, Yeah, some of them I don't even recognize. I mean, sometimes I look at a bench and I'm thinking, what?
Who's that?
This is the Arsenal.
Martinelli. Do you like Martinelli?
I like Martinelli.
I think
he's a great prospect.
He gets into great positions, man.
He gets the great. The only thing about Martinelli, he just needs to get his head up. Yeah. Just, you know what I mean? He just needs to get his head up. You know what I mean?
He's always there.
He's a pest. He's a pest, but he just needs to get. He needs to get into. And as I said, you know, when you got this brother, the Italian Godfather turned the Spanish omelette into a scrambled egg, and that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Arsenal could go for Mancini or Captain the Invincible if he does well. I wouldn't again, Calvin. I wouldn't go for purely on the fact that I don't want him to tarnish his reputation, because if the Arsenal fan base turn on him, then you know what I mean. It's going to be.
He needs 3 years at Palace. No,
say that again.
He needs 3 years at Palace before he looks like coming to Arsenal.
Yeah. Quonkies will not go for elite manager because they will demand the money. Simple as. That's why they wouldn't go for Conte. They won't go for the likes of.
But you paid for a long time. Arsene Wenger was the highest paid manager in the league. So
he was.
Yeah, he was. But he was the highest paid manager in the league. But what was happening is that most of the players that we were getting was either like we wasn't really spending a lot, were we?
No, you weren't spending a lot. No, for real.
Do you know what I'm saying? And the man, and the thing is, it's amazing because every year when we was doing bad, they were announcing he's getting a pay rise. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm
sure Arteta is got a better pay rise than what he had before.
Yeah, I think they were giving him like a percentage of the money he was. Yeah, but Simeone is very pragmatic, man.
He is pragmatic, but if he wins you titles,
true, you know.
That's what I say normally.
Yeah, it's true.
Exactly what I say.
Sometimes
you have to suck it up. Sometimes you have to suck it up.
People said Arsenal were winning 1-0 all the time, but they won the Premier League at the end of it. Who cares?
Because at the end of the day, it's trophies that matter. Yeah, it's Premier Leagues that matter. So, you know, it is what it is. But listen, we have been going 2 hours and 6 minutes. So
I'm about to say to you, I got to rock and roll. Yeah,
right.
Man.
So just quickly, last point: Everton, Leeds, or Burnley? Who goes down?
Leeds.
Yeah, well, at the moment, Leeds are currently out of the bottom three
with his dark arts.
But Burnley right now are sitting in there. So there's some massive games for them. I think Leeds
2 games for Burnley.
So
you have to remember, Burnley have the better goal difference on -18. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Everton on -20. Leeds on -38. That could sink them. That -38 could sink them.
Right. So Everton have Everton played all day. How many games have they got left? Everton.
2. Everton got 36.
So
is Everton playing?
I'm Burnley. I got 2. Leeds.
Right, is Everton playing Crystal Palace?
Yeah. Everton. When tonight? No, not tonight.
Who's playing? There's football tonight, isn't there?
Yes. So you got Everton, Palace. You got Villa, Burnley, Chelsea, Leicester. Tomorrow, that is.
Oh, is it tomorrow, not tonight?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yes, big up, Craig. Yeah, thanks for staying with us, man. Yeah, take it easy, and we'll see you on the next What's Going On next week.
Yes, Craig, bless man.
Thank you, Craig. Big up, man.
Yeah. Leeds has got a negative goal difference.
Yeah, man. -38 is criminal.
Yeah.
Who's got the worst?
Leeds. Norwich did it.
Okay. You're right. Sorry, I thought you said that was 3.
No, out of those 3, it's Leeds on -38, Everton on -20, Burnley -18, then you got Watford -42, and Norwich -56.
Just quickly,
-56.
Yeah, Norwich. Yeah.
I would tear my shirt up. I would burn it. I would.
And so when you see that, I expect you, man. At least 4-0, you know, for you guys, 4-0 against them. Like -56, they can't defend. Yeah. That's a joke.
It's the Europa League final tonight. I don't know who's winning. I don't know who's winning that.
Rangers are playing, isn't they?
They're playing Frankfurt. I hope Rangers win. I want them to win, man. I want them to win. So basically, you're saying Leeds is going down. So you think Everton, which did a mad thing the other day, against Brentford. 2 men getting sent off in that game. Crazy. And they scored first.
But that's what I was saying. It's like the teams at the bottom want to get relegated. Look at Leeds against you.
Yeah. And then the following game, they got your ex-player, D, getting sent off. The little Dan James.
Dan James got sent off for Leeds, didn't he? Yeah. And you wouldn't even think that that would be in his arsenal to get sent off. He didn't seem that kind of player.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, head loss, isn't it?
But the thing is, I suppose the question is Everton play Crystal Palace at home, didn't they?
Yes.
But they because obviously they've got 2 players that both got straight reds.
Yeah, so they missed.
Their season's done. If you got a straight red, your season's done.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So I'm just wondering, are they gonna struggle?
I'll tell you what,
That's what I'm saying.
Everton might come and stuck here,
That's what I'm saying.
Even being at
Goodison. Bless up, Craig. Bless up.
Yes, Craig. Yeah.
Bless up, Craig.
Yeah. If you look at it, and then Burnley at Villa, Burnley do a number on Villa away from home. I actually think both away teams can take points away from home, and that puts. Everton
I mean, at this point, it really matters. But so I would have to agree with you. I think Leeds will go down as well.
All right, let me put a little spin on that. Who do you want to go down?
Everton for me.
You know what?
Because of Lampard getting that job because of entitlement rather than earning it.
Oh, God.
That's the only reason. That's the only reason.
I would have to agree with D, but
I got nothing against Everton.
It's not going to be because Everton have never been relegated.
I know. No. And sometimes you need to taste something that you never tasted before, just to realize that you made a huge mistake in giving that guy another big job when he hadn't really earned it.
Yeah. You know what?
And a lot of people want Burnley out. But if you look at Leeds, if Leeds go down,
I want Burnley out.
They've got a lot of.
I mean, okay, I would want Burnley out as well. Yeah. But I think just the fact that Lampard got that job, I'm like, nah.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying there. Yeah.
Disgraceful, man. That was a disgraceful appointment.
You know what I mean? So for me, Everton, man. Sorry, Everton.
But then wasn't it Rooney in the running for it with him as well? So they
well,
they weren't looking for really established managers.
No. But the thing is, I mean, because obviously Rooney being an ex-player there and growing up playing for the youth team and coming through their ranks.
Fair play to Rooney though for saying no. Yeah. I'm going to stay at Derby.
Sticking with Derby. Yeah, sticking with Derby. Obviously, they've gone down.
You know what? I'll tell you, if they'd given that to Big Dunk, I bet they wouldn't have been there.
I don't think they would be. I think Dunk would have got them out of that situation.
Yeah, because just say, right, Dunk, just get us to the summer and then we'll get a new manager in the summer.
Yeah, just get a new manager in.
You know what I mean? But
Definitely. Listen, guys, we have gone 2 hours, 12 minutes. Now, I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to do the form table. It's not worth it.
No, you got to do the form table. You got to do the form table.
Now, I have to go.
All right, D.
I gotta go. Yeah,
I'm gonna listen. I talk to you soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the full. I'm gonna do the full table with Chili, and we're out of here. Yeah. Take it easy. Yeah.
All right, guys. Listen, good break. Yeah. Take care.
Right. Well, it's great. Frankie didn't earn Everton, but Leeds should go down. Okay, so he wants Leeds to go down, or thinks Leeds will go down. Should have Big Dunk who beat Frank at Chelsea. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Right, so
let me quickly bring up this, if I must. Prem full table. Boy. Now this can't be right.
What, Man City top?
Man City's top.
Then Liverpool.
Yeah.
Then Tottenham.
Nope.
Newcastle.
No, Brentford.
Have they won?
But the thing is,
Brentford, yeah.
But this is what they're saying. An Arsenal in fourth. Is this a Holman?
Yeah, right.
Look, bro.
How could Arsenal be in fourth when they lost their last 2 games? I can't see it, but yeah, that's wrong, mate. Like you said.
So, bro, could that be a Holman? Can it be an Holman? And Tottenham in 7th in Europa Conference League. That's where you should be, really.
How could that be right when we've won more of our last 6 than you?
No. Listen, I think that's wrong. But he's saying the last import was 17th of May, from the 17th of May.
Let me have a look.
But it is what it is. Yes, big up, Calvin. Thanks for sticking with us, guys. It's been a pleasure. The chat has been lively. Thank you to everybody that's been in the chat. Big up to Big D, Chili. Thank you for coming on and staying on and jumping out and coming back.
Hang on, I've got a form table up. It don't look like your one, brethren.
Right, I'll tell you what. Just tell us what is it? What's your form table say, bro?
Right, number 1, Man City.
Yeah.
Number 2, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Number 3, who do you reckon?
Tottenham.
Chelsea.
Wow.
But that can't be right either. Didn't Chelsea lose?
Did they lose?
I'm sure they did.
No, what, their last game?
Yeah.
Who did they play? Who did they play last?
Did they lose? No, they didn't.
No.
They haven't lost. They haven't
lost.
Yeah. And Arsenal were 14th.
Oh boy. Yeah, well, at least there's a 4 in there. But listen, lads, people in the chat, everybody that's been watching, thank you for taking part and putting your comments in. And yeah, it's been a really good evening. Next week, obviously, that will be probably the last What's Going On podcast. But obviously, we're going to probably be looking at the reviewing the Premier League season and just seeing how we've done, where we could have done better, what the permutations were, why we've ended up where we was. So we're doing a Premier League preview. We'll probably do that on the What's Going On podcast, because obviously Sunday will be when all places will be revealed. Man City should possibly win the league. Tottenham will definitely get top 4. Arsenal will.
No, they won't. Place. Who's Tottenham, Man City got?
Man City have got Aston Villa at home.
Oh. Could
Liverpool,
be a tough day for Villa.
Obviously, Liverpool is pushing them all the way. Wouldn't mind Burnley or Leeds to go down. That's what Junior's saying. Yeah. Liverpool are pushing City all the way. 1 point behind them. They play Wolves at home, and Man City play Aston Villa at home. So if Aston Villa draw or beat Man City and Liverpool beat Wolves, Liverpool have done a treble, not the treble, a treble.
A treble.
And
no, they haven't. They've got to win the Champions League yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so if the Champions League is the next thing on their agenda. So listen, it is what it is. And I'm sure Chile will have a massive smile on next week, Wednesday.
I hope so.
And I'll be drinking his tears. Is what it
I'll
is.
be
But listen,
drinking
guys.
your tears. I've already got some from Thursday. They're very sweet.
Oh, yeah. All right. Okay, cool.
Let me just taste them.
Yeah, let me just taste some of my tears as well. Why, this tears is bitter, man. But listen.
These are sweet.
Listen, we got to go. But listen, thanks again, everybody. And please hit the like button, subscribe and share. And we will see you on the next What's Going On podcast. Take care and God bless.